I would go pick her up and we'd bang out in the car. You know, we're 16. It's all we could do. Mm-hmm. And one time, I forgot condoms. So
Which is another point. We can talk about that after.
Speeding back into the driveway like, yo, she's waiting on me. I got to go get these quick.
Right.
Sideswipe my brother's car in the driveway.
Oh,
Boom.
God.
Took out the whole, like, rear fender. Like,
I remember this because Matt was telling me about this.
Oh, God.
But I went, I was like, oh, fuck, this is, like, my life's over. I'm 16.
But you still...
I went inside, grabbed the condoms, and left.
Yeah. You still have a job to do.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, actually, whoa, you're real baggy. Whoa. You want me to swallow?
You're a fucking liar.
40.
That's what I'm saying, though. That was in fucking first grade.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We were all...
For what? This guy will be dead by the time I even know who he is.
And yeah, it was a heavy... In my class, it was heavy George Bush. I was like the 3 out of 10 kids.
Was it like a 2-page like magazine?
No, it was on a chalk on a board.
Okay.
Schools raise you to be a Democrat.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how it is.
Our
Especially
school
in Vegas, it's like, bro, the fucking
Yeah,
school.
that's just how it is.
Now it's a Democrat.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, before we get too into it, you know, none of you guys have your seatbelts on.
Oh, that is true. We got to strap up. Well, we're not in it yet.
No, I'm ready. We're
not
ready.
in it yet. We're just chilling.
Yeah, we're ready.
Meech is
flowing
getting
now,
used to the
absolutely.
mic.
Yeah,
Should we introduce Meech to
yeah,
everybody?
of course.
Everybody hopefully
start?
knows us by now.
Yeah.
Nah, we're hanging out. We're chilling. Yo,
Yeah, we're into it. You know, as usual, we got me. Logan's here. Bo's here as always, unfortunately.
Yeah, I got it.
And we got... Only good thing about Bo is he brings Meech around sometimes.
Yeah.
So, you know, we got Meech
I'm
here too.
glad we got Meech on.
Yes.
I think
We've been talking about it for a while.
Yes.
It's nice to have somebody new.
Just hopefully freshen up a little
Well, we
something.
got the fourth mic, so we got to make use of it.
Yes,
Get
exactly.
Sorry, Carter
Carter doesn't have a voice anymore,
Yeah.
though.
R.I.P.
Now we got to get a fifth mic.
R.I.P. co-producer.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can.
But yeah, no, I'm excited for this one. I'm very excited.
I think Meech is going to bring in a lot of good commentary.
Yes.
Hopefully we can
Especially
dabble
when
on a lot of good conversation.
We can talk about anything we want to. So it's
I'm ready to jump right in.
You got something
I
you
feel
want to talk
great
about?
right now.
How
Yeah.
you feeling?
I got good stuff.
What you want to talk
I
about?
like that.
I'm a little nervous now.
So Logan and I were on a phone call a couple weeks ago. I was leaving work, which I fucking hate, by the way. I wish I could just do nothing like I was a couple months ago.
I think everybody
You
feels
don't
that
like
way.
work?
No.
It's not fun.
No, like
You have it so good too.
I know.
Like he has it so good.
it could be better.
It could always be.
I
better.
could have hit the lottery or something.
The grass is always greener on the other side.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's
and
your
that's
quote, not mine.
we're about to get into it a little bit. We were talking about how there's relationships that are great, kind of like overall, and then you have the ones that are more reliant on sex.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
wow.
purely sex-based
Yes.
relationships. You were talking about this.
But sex is so important to men. You're like, damn.
But sex
I
is also
kind of
important to women.
miss-
I was gonna say that.
Sex
Yes.
is also, they just don't make you believe that, but it's just
Well,
as
for sure.
important.
Oh,
But
it's okay.
they're willing to
Yeah.
suffer through shitty sex to deal with feeling cared about.
Okay.
We're
Right.
not.
Okay.
Right.
We don't care.
Okay.
Right.
I'll be cared about by you guys. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Not that great.
Yes.
But there's a
because
little
we were
something
talking about
there.
it. It's like, what is it? You either like, there's like really good sex, and there's like the girl you marry.
Okay.
You never marry your best sex, is what they say.
You think so?
I don't know. I don't know yet.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
I don't know yet either.
I looked that up, and that's like a real thing.
That's
No,
what
it's
they
gotta be.
say.
That
It's gotta
doesn't mean
be.
it always has to be real, though, right? Okay.
Obviously.
It
but-
might have to be real.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a law.
Yeah. So if this is the best sex you ever had,
The thing is,
don't get too attached.
but I'm saying, I haven't had much sex, okay? I haven't had a lot of sex. I would say the sex I'm having now is the best sex I've ever had.
Right.
So I don't want to get myself
that
too
sucks.
scared, but I don't think so. I don't know. What worries me is I'm probably not the best she's had. You know,
That's
which is
okay, though.
You know,
That's okay though.
It's okay.
I would agree with that. I would be like, she's probably like,
Okay.
Good
Six.
guy.
Just
Sex is okay.
Six or
moaning
seven.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I get it.
No, I see that. I don't know.
I like
But
that theory though.
The same thing you talked about with like women who you see that you want to marry. You see them in a light where it's
There's different attraction
yes,
for sure.
I want to
Yeah.
care for her. I want to take care of her.
I don't
and
even want to have
Yeah.
sex with her
And
because
I'm
that's
trying to-
bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that.
Yes.
Yes. And it's
Yes.
hard for me to transition because we're having sex and I'm like, I want to just care about you.
Yeah.
But she wants it to be like,
Some nasty,
and I'm
raunchy,
trying to
disrespectful
break
shit.
those.
That's
Yes.
such a hard thing.
I'm trying to break
to
those
like-
barriers that it's hard for, and I try to explain that to her. It's like, this is hard for me. but I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better at that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm trying to be the nasty dog for you.
Yeah.
I just want to fucking take you on a picnic.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't want to ruin who you are. It's literally
exactly.
the hardest thing. Yeah. There's different types
I
of
promise
women.
I respect you. I
100%.
swear to God, I
Yeah.
do. You know, that's like the hard part.
But if you ask me to spit in your mouth, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh no, I would do that for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's not like it.
Sometimes
We
I
had a
feel bad.
conversation
What you
one
do.
time where you talked about a woman that was like, "Oh, I want to be degraded,"
Yeah.
and then she's like,
Wow.
"Oh yeah, I want to be hit." I'm like,
What? That's such.
I've been there. I've
do
been there.
that.
Such
I've been
a
there
fine
a lot.
line.
I've been there a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
No, okay.
You like abusive?
I know.
No, it's not me. But like I've met a lot of women.
they asked for that, and now how do you feel
and
about
they
that?
love.
I've met a lot
'Cause
of
I
women.
know, I know you're not that kind of.
Yeah, I'm very respectful.
No,
very,
but-
very respectful in the bed.
Every day meets.
No, you're not.
Yeah, who am I
No,
kidding?
he's
Who am I
not.
kidding? Who am I
Okay,
kidding?
but a little backstory. A little backstory. I know Meech way better than they do, so I'm
Right.
kind of bringing Meech in from my like part of the friend group. They know Meech a little bit, but
Right.
I've heard some shit, and I'm not trying to put you know
Yeah,
put you out there.
yeah.
I can you know a little bit of what you're doing.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's definitely not
So you're
this
you're
innocent
seasoned.
man.
a little bit.
He's a little
You're not
seasoned.
Bo. Is
I don't-
basically
No,
you're
but
more
I'm
with
still,
us.
Like I'm a nice guy, but
yeah.
like
Well, we all are.
I think Earl Sweatshirt set a bar that was like I'm a nice guy in person, but a pervert in the sheets.
Yeah.
Perfect way.
And
to
that's
set
what
it up.
women want.
Mhm.
Women
That's-
want
And
that's
that.
I'm
best
okay with
case
being
scenario.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
because when I get there, I'm an animal.
That's what I was gonna say. When you're like, oh, dude, I know Meech, you know, but you don't. You don't know Meech when he's
Yeah.
butt ass naked.
But ass
I
naked
don't
with-
want to know. Meech
I mean,
with
you
broad ass
you
naked.
could, but I don't. I mean, I don't know Meech when he's butt ass naked. But
No,
he's
but
definitely
that
an
type
animal.
of stuff. I feel like it depends on the woman because there's some women that I like, and then the ones that you don't like you were saying.
You'll do anything.
You could get.
Yeah, I'm just like, bro, I'll beat the shit out of you. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, I'm cool with that. But then the ones I like, I feel bad. I'm
No,
like,
you
Yes.
can't. You yeah, because you
I
care
want to
about
kiss
them.
your forehead.
Yeah, you
Like,
Yes.
while
don't
I'm
want to do
sleeping
that.
with you. Like, I don't want to do any of that.
But then at the same
So-
time, they want that.
They do.
So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, so
The
now
same
I
girl
have to be
wants
the man.
both.
Yes.
Literally, she wants the best of
Yes.
both worlds, and it's kind of hard, like going back and forth. Like,
Pick one. You want me to care about you, or do you want me to?
let's just start a fight though, so I can wanna.
Yeah.
Let's make some shit up.
It's so hard. I've had like a girl ask me like, "Oh, like hit me," and I'm like,
I mean, I can
Are you
slap.
sure?
I can slap. Like,
I
I'll do
can't.
that.
I have
Gentle?
really have to be committed to it because like
Right.
anything, I'm like,
You got to be in the moment. You just
I'm-
need like a few drinks.
I'm so strong.
Yeah, you
I
You need
might
something
kill
to
her.
Just loosen up, like where you're both just like really in the moment.
No.
That was.
You don't think so?
I've had a relationship where it was like basically like, hey, like let's get drunk first. Like not
Every
every time,
time?
but like a lot of the times.
Okay.
She
Yeah.
liked to get drunk first, and I was like, hey,
Fuck it.
It's gonna be
I-
more
Is
I
that
understand
a
that.
red flag to you though?
That is
Yeah,
a red
totally.
flag for
Because
sure.
I'm like, do you not want
is a
to
red
fuck
flag.
me unless you're drunk? Like, is that how that works?
It wasn't even that. It was just she liked to drink.
Okay.
That was
So
her
it
thing.
amplified the experience for her.
Yes.
Maybe took some anxiety away.
Like
whatever.
not even like it's like we had sex sober all the time, but like
Right.
she loved to drink, and whenever that happened, it was definitely happening.
There was that.
It was
Okay.
better.
You know what I-
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Better.
Like, it's, yeah.
Nothing feels better to Logan than closing a fist. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
True, dude.
Oh man.
Logan is like you because Meech said this, and he's like, when I have sex, I make it an experience.
Oh yeah.
Logan
Exactly.
is the
It's a movie
same
to
way.
me,
It's
you know?
exactly the
Logan
Steven
is
same way.
the
Spielberg
same
fucking movie,
way. It's like,
yeah.
no, this is an experience
Yeah.
for both of us.
Yeah.
I'm trying to change your life. Maybe ruin it a little
Yeah.
bit. You know. Like,
Exactly. Whatever they want goes.
I'm not
Oh, yeah.
alone, dude.
100%.
See?
Me,
Yeah.
I'm
Look,
like,
Meech,
oh, I'm
yeah.
having sex right now. I'm not
Seasoned.
thinking about that. I'm like, oh shit, I'm having
So I
sex.
was like, oh my god, I
100%.
can't believe I got this far. I
Wait,
wonder
you
if she
like me?
likes me. Does she like me?
What if she's gonna find out?
Oh, yo, baby, I think I love you.
like, wow, you just met me. What the fuck?
Yeah, poor Bo,
That
man.
was a fucking.
Look, I
bummer,
only told
man.
one girl that I was in love. Okay, so I don't say that often.
That is so important, though.
Is it?
Yes,
Being vulnerable, dude. Yeah.
dude. I was throwing out "I love yous" like 15. Look at me now.
Okay, but
On
I
Club
mean it.
Penguin.
Wow.
On Club Penguin, yeah, sure. Never Club Penguin, but
And fucking
I
kick.
was on IMVU.
I don't know
Okay.
what
And
that
that,
is.
dude, it was like I don't even know. I guess it would be like equivalent to like a VR chat room now,
Okay.
but like you could like buy poses in the game. So there would
Really?
be, yeah, dude, I was like this weird, like, you know, emo, like spiked up in the back, like hair was like waving blue. And then we had like a makeout pose, and I would be like on the bottom and she would be on top of me, and our characters would just like move.
So this is a real woman.
Dude,
Mind you,
I
he
was
bricked up the whole time.
Dude,
Oh,
I'm
this
I'm
is
not
poses.
not even kidding. I was like 11 or 12, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, like, are you wet right now? And dude, I had no idea what the fuck I was saying.
What?
Yeah, I had girls like they would like tell me like, oh, like I'm so wet right now, and then I had to like ask Matt, my big brother. You know, I was like, what does this mean? And then
You know
You
this
know-
is a woman for sure, or
no, of course
Like a
not,
fucking
dude. I'm
6-year-old
11,
guy that's
but
like-
I would die saying it's a woman.
Yeah, no,
because
100%.
I'm 11 or
Because
12.
as long as you believe it's a woman, that's all that matters. You know, in your head, you're picturing the best possible scenario.
Yes.
100%.
This beautiful woman. Just
Which,
telling me
at 11 or 12,
It's
I don't
not
even
a
know who's
58-year-old
like
man
hot
doing
to
this.
me.
There's no
11
way.
or 12.
Anything with a vagina and somewhat titties at 11 or 12.
Or
you just
even
love.
pretending. Like, I had no,
Yeah.
like, there's no way there could have been a man on that, on the other side.
not possible.
He wouldn't talk to me like that.
No,
I
he
would
wouldn't.
know.
This is a girl, 100%. I'm like 11
Guys
or
don't know
12.
about wet.
I'm like, oh, you want to like try my poses or like my positions, whatever it was called? And then he'd be like, oh yeah, that's so sexy. And I'm like 12, dude. I'm getting into this shit.
Damn.
But that shit used to break
You
me
started
up.
early.
I bet.
Yes.
Well, yeah,
11,
you're
12.
12.
Yeah.
The idea of
Everything.
anything. We talked
Oh,
about that. You
God.
literally anything.
Yeah, it's bad.
You're in class and you're just like, fuck, I
Oh,
can't
you
even stand up.
you
right
start
now.
out-
I used to think
Yes.
about that
I
shit
went to a
all the
Catholic
time.
school, and all the girls wore skirts.
Oh, man.
And that's been like my thing for my whole life is just like that little like short skirts or
Right.
dresses. I don't know why. That's just that fucking drives it home for me.
It's got to be embedded in men's brains that like a skirt for like either like at school or whatever is just like, oh, that's better than
Well, for him,
anything.
It's a little naughty.
the girl could have been busted in the face though, but if
Yeah.
she looked just averagely okay in the shirt or the skirt, I would be like, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I need to go home.
Yeah, you literally look like ribcage and down. You're like, damn.
Yeah.
She's a skirt wearer. That shit's all I need. No, I agree. 100%.
It was so bad.
we talked about that. How you literally go from you could be a kid, you could see a commercial, you could see a GoDaddy commercial. Like, I'm good to go right now. I could go to the bathroom
would go
right now.
to that GoDaddy
Yes.
commercial.
Yeah,
And
we
you
talked
watch
about it. You'd be eating, you'd be like, I'm not hungry anymore. And then you just
Fucking start yanking one off. Then you're fake wetting your hair in the bathroom and shit.
yeah. Fuck my dad for finding that shit out, man.
That
If
was,
you're ever
man.
a father, you're gonna know exactly what your kid's doing at all
Yeah.
times.
Now I know.
100%.
Yeah, but at that age,
And I'm gonna
no.
let him. I'm gonna
Yeah,
let
I'm
him do
gonna
it.
be just like my dad.
Yeah.
Be
I'm
like,
gonna
oh,
let him do it.
I'll pay $20 extra this month on water. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Go get yours.
Yeah.
You know, because I did it. You
Learn
know,
yourself
I
a
want
little
the
bit.
best for my
That's
kid.
natural. It's just a
100%.
natural growing up. That's how you learn. That's how you
Figuring
learn.
that
This
out.
just triggered a memory for me.
Okay, let's hear it.
When I was in the car with my mom, I think I must have left porn on some kind of device at our house.
You got to understand, he's
Oh,
the most
man.
carefree person in the world. He's not thinking about
man.
past, future. He's thinking about right now.
Like, I
Yep.
need to get this
he's
off.
in the
This
moment.
second.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
Whatever happens in the next 2 seconds after that is not.
Logan is
my
like,
problem.
oh damn,
man.
I just
Oh,
came.
man.
Let's go eat.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like
You're not closing out any apps or
nothing.
anything. You're just
Absolutely. His phone's on his bed, open, still playing. He's like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm hungry. Let's go.
Fuck it.
So
That's
my
crazy.
mom's like talking to me about something. She's like, listen, I just want to like say like like having sex like sometime like she said something about like
How old were you?
I was probably like 15.
Okay, so this is
So
you were
he's
with, like,
he's
first-
active.
14,
You're
15.
active.
Oh,
He's
okay. I am
active.
3 years in active.
Okay,
Like,
which is crazy.
I've gone-
3 at 15?
I started watching porn at like 10 or 11.
Oh, I meant like sexually active, not
Oh
self-induced.
no. That was only like
You're probably like a year in.
a year and a half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways,
Okay.
But so then she says something like about like porn specific, like like when you're watching stuff like when you're watching porn and stuff like it's not how it's supposed to be. Some shit like that. I was probably watching some filthy shit. And
not at 12. Not at 12. Now you are.
no, at like 15, 14.
At 15.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever
Yeah,
she
then it
talked to me
got-
about this, and I would just completely like stonewall. I was like, "Yep, I get." I
You
know
don't
what
believe
mean.
anything your parents tell you.
Yeah,
at that
I'm just
age.
like-
You're not
Yeah.
believing anything they tell
But like
you.
I
She's selfish.
Yeah, no, she doesn't know.
At
She
the-
doesn't know my life.
at the
She doesn't know
moment,
that.
I knew exactly what she was talking about. Like I knew exactly she was like, you were watching this porn specifically. But like I just act like I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I just kept looking straight. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's all you gotta do to get out of it. You just gotta be really confident.
Well, you got to be confident, but
no,
they still
not
know.
me.
They're still gonna know. You got to realize
Yeah.
I was 15 at one point, so when I have a kid, I'm gonna know what's
I
going
don't-
through their head.
I don't
Right.
know. You could have got away with a lot of shit. I feel like your mom is so trusting in you. You could have been like,
Yeah.
look, mom, somebody took my phone at school and did this. She'd be like, oh, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, your poor mom.
I had it
dude.
easy. You know, I had a good
She
mom.
doesn't know what a piece of shit you are.
Come on now.
My parents knew big time.
he grew up in a completely different family. Their family's so open about everything.
Okay, I think I've met your parents before.
His
at,
mom would
Dane
listen to our
Vegas.
podcast and just sit
Yes,
there.
you met my
okay.
mom.
Yeah.
Jeff,
maybe
look,
not your dad.
Jeff's dead. He died like a while ago, but
Mhm.
he's not my dad.
Okay.
His second dad.
Yeah,
like
second
third
dad.
fourth dad. I don't know. You got a lot of dads.
Yeah, yo, sorry, mom. Bo's calling you something. but no, yeah, you met my mom and Jeff for sure at Day in Vegas.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, they were there. But my mom is I mean, they say I'm like my mom. I like to disagree because my mom's not very funny.
So much like his
But she's very sarcastic, very no filter. You know, she doesn't give a shit about anything.
So, so
Am I?
you basically.
But I'm funny about it. You know, my mom's not.
That's your dad.
My dad is funny about it in the same way.
Yeah.
No emotion, just jokes all the time. And that's kind of, you know, where I got it from, I think.
I feel like you have that's a good mix of you.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
It's so him. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never
like
seen
a
someone
very
so
good-
much like their parents.
That's crazy.
But both. I'm not just like one parent. I get the best of both. And now I'm, you know, the prodigy
best and
of the
worst.
family.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're saying they knew exactly what you were doing, though.
Every time, dude. I fucking hate it. Wow. I was 16 maybe, and I used to sneak out. This is like weekdays. I was dating a girl on the Indian reservation,
Oh, wow.
and I would sneak out from my dad's house. And I had a Yukon. I used to drive a Yukon. You know, parents, you know, hand-me-down vehicle, whatever, nice and roomy.
You had it easy. Come on.
Shout out to them.
I raised myself, and I went out. I would go pick her up, and we'd bang out in the car. You know, we're 16. It's all we could do.
Mm-hmm.
And one time, I forgot condoms. So
Which is another point. We
I
can talk
was
about that after.
Oh, yeah.
speeding back into the driveway like, yo, she's waiting on me. I got to go get these quick.
Right.
Sideswipe my brother's car in the driveway.
Oh,
Boom.
God.
Took out the whole, like, rear fender. Like, fucked
I remember
it
this because
up,
Matt was
dude.
telling me about
Oh,
this.
Yeah.
God.
But I went, I was like, oh, fuck, this is, like, my life's over. I'm 16.
But you
Right.
still.
I went inside, grabbed the condoms, and left.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
still have a job to do.
Yeah, 100%.
You still have a job to do.
I'm, you know, not full of empty promises. So went and grabbed the condoms, you know, left, finished it, talked about it to her, like, oh my God, like, what am I going to do? I fucked my
Post-nut
brother's car
clarity?
up. Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, man, like, what am I going to do? Went back in, told my dad, like, oh, you know, I went to go eat. I was just leaving too fast. I was in a hurry. And he was like, oh, you know, no big deal, kiddo, you know, whatever. It's like 3 a.m.
Wow.
He buys it. My fucking punk ass mom, bro. he tells my mom, and she's like, he won't even go make himself a sandwich at, you know, like 12:30. You think he's gonna drive all the way to Subway to go get food?
Oh, man.
And my dad starts thinking, he's like, yo, where the fuck were you going? And I was like, damn, you know. So I folded and I told him what was
that's
going
when you
on.
have to go with Logan's perspective and you stare
stone-
straight forward
Yeah.
Stonewall.
and you stay confident.
Well,
Nope.
now I know that. I've
Well,
lied
yeah.
to my parents, you know, a lot. I'm a very good liar, for sure.
You are a very
Yes.
good liar.
That is incredible.
But it sucks when you know, it's on like camera because my dad's big into, you know, how to video.
His
world,
mom
so
would
his
have
house is-
a camera up even when she went out of town. So he'd bring girls over and she's like, who's this?
Yeah, she texts
Who's this
me.
bitch at your house right
She's like,
now?
oh, who's here? I'm like, fuck
At
you,
least
dude.
she's cool with it. You didn't have to try to,
on.
like,
Yeah.
hide it or anything.
I mean,
No, I
she
would.
wasn't-
She's come
Oh.
home a couple times.
Oh, she
and
has?
then she's like, oh, like let me meet him. I'm like, fuck
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Leave.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know, get out of here.
You had that type of relationship.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
good, though.
But
This made me want to talk about something else that you were
Yeah.
talking about with
Yeah.
the condom thing. So I don't know if you want to bring up
Oh, yeah.
the question that
So
you
that was
had.
one of the questions I had is condom sex. Even from, like, when you guys started having sex, how important was it to fuck with a condom?
how old am I?
Virginity
Let's do-
loss. We'll say virginity loss.
Okay.
Every time I was. Well, then
You're
that's
like,
from
yeah, I need
parents.
that.
Yep. Like,
Right.
hey, my dick's gonna fall off if I don't.
Okay.
I need it.
And
Because you were
progressing
always a
into being
condom
older,
guy,
though.
right?
Yeah.
Even now.
No.
No. Well, yeah, no, not when you're in a committed
But
relationship.
when
Yeah,
did you
no.
make that transition, though? Like, being sexually active where you're like, I don't
14.
need
He's
Yeah, I was kind of the same way.
he's a very, very different case.
Okay.
Logan was basically married at 14.
Okay.
But
Oh,
either
yeah.
way-
That's, well, I,
His-
mean, I guess I was too. at
His
16.
whole life just crumbled.
Wow.
Dude, that's not.
But he's
Wow.
back. He's back better than ever.
We
I
were
know.
literally
The last
having this
one.
conversation in the car when we were waiting, and I was like,
Right.
"Yeah, we lost Logan for a little while.
yeah.
You know, we lost who
But
he
he's
was
back.
for a little bit, and we're very
Yes.
happy that he's back. to
That's-
where-
It took years
he
of
was.
CPR,
Crazy.
and
Yeah.
he's here now. So
That is
thank
crazy.
fucking God, because I
My
hated
friends probably
that.
say the same thing about me because I was in like a 5-year relationship. But like, yeah, we lost Meech, but he's good now.
no, you
How-
would talk
how long,
about that
How long
too.
did it
and
take you to bounce back?
From that relationship?
Yeah. Wait, hold
But
on.
no-
How did it end for you?
Good.
Okay.
Good.
So
That's
that's
the
the
thing.
difference. Is
So
it
what
was
happened?
good for me.
Yes.
Yeah. So I didn't
That's
have
where-
any animosity.
Did you
nothing.
did you have some?
I'm so sorry, dude.
Thank you. So was it like mutually like, yeah, okay, this isn't really working for either of
Yeah.
us anymore.
Hey,
We both
we're
got
good.
shit going on.
Yep.
Split.
It's probably best we go our separate ways.
That's
type of thing.
good, dude. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
exactly the same thing happened to me. And it worked out well.
Mutual, though, right?
Yeah,
Right.
nothing happens. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. So yeah, we're both on the same page.
She actually reached out.
But sometimes closure is okay. Like for me, like 6 months later, I feel like I was dealing with closure issues
Yeah.
of like the what if, that possibility always, right? Whereas like if you get cheated on, I feel like it's so easy for you to just be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm on
100%.
to the next best
Yeah,
thing,
I'm
right?
out of here.
But for me, I
You know
always,
your worth. You're like, okay,
yeah,
I'm
but
out.
at that age, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what did I do?
What's
Yeah.
wrong
Ruin
with
my
me?
What
life?
if?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
What
like,
if I
well, that's
were
all
we
you do.
supposed to get
You do that
married?
for
Like,
5 years. That's all you
nothing
do.
bad happened, in my opinion. So, man, I had a lot of questions at that age. But
So
sometimes that way
was it a
that
pretty
was better.
smooth transition back into life though?
No, it was tough. Like the first, I would
Nah,
say,
you went through a little phase of like,
Yeah.
nah, fuck,
Well,
I'm
I
not
have-
doing this relationship shit.
So
fuck
literally, when I
this.
first started at Marquee, I met Bo, obviously, and
Bad
I became,
choice.
man, I didn't know.
didn't
I
know
know Bo
that.
was.
Bro,
I
you
didn't
didn't
know
know
that.
that.
The first night we met,
Oh my-
it was. Should we
yeah.
talk about that? Maybe not. I don't know.
Let's circle back to that.
Yeah, we'll get back there.
Okay, go ahead.
No, so I worked at Marquee, and then like we just kind of had a falling out, her and I, and for a while I was just so hurt
Because you started working at Marquee.
because I started working at Marquee.
She
Yeah,
didn't
She didn't like that.
She didn't
she
like it.
hated it.
Okay.
She hated
I
it,
understand it.
Which I get it, and at
Yeah.
that age, I'm like, okay, it makes sense. But after that, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try other things, and I realized like it was easier at first. Like, okay, I've been in a relationship for 5 years, I haven't had sex with any other women this whole time. Like, I'm ready to get after it. So like the first, I would say like 6 months, I was just a horn dog.
Dog.
Dude, I was like, I need everything and anything that comes in my.
That's
fucking
just a
Were
way.
man.
you
That's just man way to
closing
do it.
everything and everything though?
Everything.
You were just.
I mean, I
Look
tried.
at
I
him,
tried.
bro.
Don't
Look
get me
at him.
wrong.
Come on, he's tall,
6'3", light
Nah,
skin.
come on.
Come on,
I
dude.
know the answer already.
And
I
he's a
just
good
wanna hear
guy.
you talk
And he's
about
a good
it.
guy.
So yeah, I'm a good guy.
Yeah, I'm a good guy.
One of the best. One of the
So at
best.
first I was like, damn, and I was like, nah, I'm committing to this lifestyle because I missed out from 16 to 21 of
Right. Those are prime years, dude. you
prime
missed some
years.
fucking whales
I'm
in
in
that.
high,
He knows
dude,
it.
High school.
He
like,
knows it better than anybody.
Oh my
man,
god.
the amount of shit I had to turn down.
I had a
like, just
bounty
like-
on my head.
Oh,
it was
100%.
fucking. And
I bet.
Oh my
They're
god.
just waiting
dude.
for you to
And
become
it's
single.
always at that time where
Absolutely.
you get the best opportunities. where
Best
it's like,
shots, dude.
this girl
Crazy.
wants it.
I'm never getting it back.
Not that I
Never.
would know, but from your point of view, I know that you've had some.
I had I had a
Absolutely.
soccer team. They invited me to a Halloween party, and there was a bet of who could close Logan.
Oh my god!
I love that.
And it was like I was freshman,
Oh wow.
and I was like, dude, this is fucking sick.
Wow.
This is it. And then I didn't go because my girlfriend.
You're like, yeah, bad idea.
What a
look
bitch.
at me now. dude.
Unbelievable, dude.
Oh man.
It all happens for a reason, though, in perspective.
AW too.
It does happen for
I
a
missed
reason.
that shot too.
It'll come back around.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
All right. So you were closing.
Yeah, so I was like 6 months. I was just like I said, I was after it, and then after that, I hit like this wall where I felt like I was just hurt. Like I felt it like
You
6
were
months.
doing it for the wrong reasons.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's weird because like people always say women and men deal with things differently,
Mhm.
and that's 100% true. Probably the first 6 months, she was probably crying, I would
Dealing
say.
with it.
Yeah, literally
Yes.
going through everything, like
Yeah.
seeing me on social media, like out with the boys, like doing dumb shit, like hearing stories probably, and I'm like,
Yep.
that probably hurt, right?
Oh yeah, it
So
definitely
then,
hurts.
Oh, 100%. After 6 months, I hit this wall, and I was just like, fuck, like, did I make the right decision?
This isn't doing it for me.
Yeah, like this
Yeah.
isn't what life's about. Like I miss that feeling of being in love, like having somebody that cares about me,
Totally.
None of these women care about me. They just
No.
want my fucking cock.
Yeah.
So like, bro, this shit's ass. Like I hate this fucking shit. So I hit a wall, and I was like sad for like, I would say like 4 months. Like I was just like
Down.
almost like a depression, almost like it was crippling.
If anybody can
I was just
understand this, it's this man.
Dude, I
Yeah,
was
but
like,
not 4 months. We're talking like 3-4
no, it
years.
was bad.
with
Like
Logan.
I was like not myself. Like fuck. Like damn, did I make the right decision? And then after that, I'm like, nah. Like everything happens for a reason. I'm a
Gotta
firm
think that
believer in
way.
Yeah.
Gotta think that way.
And then I bounced back on the horse, and here I am. Afraid of commitment, though. But we'll talk about that.
He's
later.
afraid of commitment, but you're getting back. You're getting back to
there.
it. You know what I mean?
Getting
you're getting
back
back
there.
to it.
I get it.
It's a
So it's
scary
interesting
thing.
to hear
I
your
get it.
perspective on that
I
too,
get
because
it.
Well,
I hear
you
you're a
guys-
relationship. You're a
you
big
know, you
relationship
guys
guy.
come from committed relationships,
Right.
so like we talked about this last week. You know it could end. You guys are thinking, "Oh, this could end. This is
Right.
amazing right now."
But
At
anything
any
can
given
happen.
moment.
It could end.
Any given
And you
moment.
guys have that. I don't have that idea in my head.
I-
Like, oh, this
well,
is great.
Crazy.
I've never
He's-
experienced that.
He's been through it live. I think I learned that from my parents splitting
Mm-hmm.
at like an age where I kind of
Yeah.
understood it. Like I was like 14 when my parents split. So I was
You're
like,
about the
damn,
same age.
my parents were like, the best.
Right.
And it
Well, you
just,
see that as a
it
kid.
fucking
you see
shattered.
That. Yeah.
So I'm
At
like,
least
oh,
you
you
can
know what?
fathom that though at that age.
I mean that, and my dad's not very emotional at all. My brother hates confrontation,
Oh man.
and my mom hides her emotion, but she's super emotional.
Right.
So I bottle everything up. Nobody knows what I'm feeling ever, and they always.
Well, you
you
don't
know.
feel much.
Right.
And I
Just
try
don't
to
talk
draw.
about it.
I'm
That's
a
what
very
you guys
emotional
think.
Person,
I
so
mean,
I try to draw it out of them because it's healthy.
Yeah.
It's healthy.
It's
to
good
get
to
it
talk
out.
Same thing with
about
me.
it.
Yeah,
It's good to
100%.
talk
Be
about
It
it.
is.
vulnerable. Let's talk about this shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay to be that way.
I understand that, but at the same time, it's like, damn, I'm a super athlete. You know, I can
You're the
handle
1%.
anything.
Yeah.
Alpha male is
Literally
fuck,
anything.
Like, yeah,
That's setting
you guys are
yourself up for
pussies.
failure, though, in the long run.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You
but it
haven't
is.
lost yet, so you're undefeated. Is how I see it.
Right.
So
Well, you're a winner.
That's a
Yes,
good perspective.
You're a winner.
100%.
That's a good perspective.
And so until everything crumbles, you know, I'm at the top.
Right.
And so that's why
What if your top could be so much higher if you
it could be, but I won't ever know because I'm locked into
you're
this
carrying all the weight
set thing.
and you're going super slow
Yep.
instead of just letting it all go and shooting to the moon?
Yeah. But I don't know that's an option.
Right.
Because I don't think about it.
That's
I'm
a little
very-
scary though. Because what if you get to a moment where you realize the bottom's there, right? Like you have that time where like you have a falling out or something, and you never learn to deal with those emotions or be vulnerable. And then you hit that bottom, and then you're like, "Fuck, I've never been here before." So then you're just like,
This sucks.
"Holy fuck, yeah!"
And now
Like,
it gets
what do
this
I
bad,
do?
I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, like holy, these guys were right. Like they told me to deal with it now, but now I'm not.
I feel like I've been there, but I'm not sure because it was like with a complete like piece of shit woman.
Right.
I
Like-
remember that.
Like blue-haired girl.
Blue-haired girl.
You guys, I mean,
Yeah.
you guys have
Yeah,
both
I
heard.
remember
You
that.
probably even heard about her. It was when I talked to this girl for like a couple months, but it was like fresh out of like my longest relationship. So I was like, oh, like this is the comeback. This is what's gonna be better than ever. Now she's a piece of shit, dumb bitch, whatever. She had blue hair. I was stupid.
Yeah, she got blue hair. You
Yeah.
know it's different.
And I was like, I was thinking like I was sad. I was kind of like Logan, but nobody knew that.
Right.
You don't show that.
Yeah,
You were
'cause I'm-
hurt. No, but you were hurt by the situation that happened.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you never
and
dealt with it.
I
that
dealt
was
with
the
it,
problem.
but not with other people.
So instead of getting over it, you got under somebody else. Is that what they say?
There you
That's
go.
the saying, right?
Kind of, yeah. But I feel like, eventually, I don't care now, but during it, it probably took a little longer, or maybe it was like a little deeper of a cut.
Right.
I mean, when was this? 2018?
18.
Like, he was about to kill
Yeah, I
himself,
was still in
whatever.
college.
Oh
So
shit.
he
I was
wasn't
in
around yet.
college
We
as
weren't
much,
like
so-
crazy close.
Mm.
So, and my brother is really bad at, emotions too. So it was
Right.
kind of just me because he wasn't around. And Logan's like, my sister, basically. And so I kind of just had to put everything on me, which was tough. But like now I'm fine. So since I always look back to that of like, oh, I got over
Oh, you're
this. Like
good,
I'm
yeah.
fine.
Right.
And that's kind of just how I am.
wasn't a woman that was really worth your
No, not at
your
all.
carrying.
But
That-
you still hurt him.
it's just
Yeah.
a him.
Yeah.
Which shows now if you find a woman who is worth
It's
that.
gonna
It'll be
cut,
worse.
bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna
It'll be
cut.
way worse.
Yes.
At
But
least you're
guess what?
cognitive of that though.
I'm going to look just like this to you guys forever.
Right.
Just so you guys know.
Right. But it's okay not to be okay.
He's gonna look just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
this until we find him hanging from the ceiling.
and it's like fuck.
You guys have no idea.
Because he never knew what rock bottom was. He
Yeah.
just kind of
And I hope you guys
over
all
it.
speak at my funeral.
Yeah.
So
You know what's funny? I actually planned your obituary in the car the
No,
other day.
you didn't.
I swear to God, I started tearing up.
Is that a good thing or a
God.
bad thing?
Yeah.
I was just driving around.
You want
And
me dead?
No, this sounds terrible, but I was literally just driving around. I was like, "What the fuck would I do if Andrew died?" And like,
Man.
what would I have?
Everybody
to,
has those thoughts.
What would I have
sometimes,
to?
you know?
What would I
I've
say?
never thought about that once.
You never thought about your friend dying? Like, how would you react?
No.
I think about
I
that
thought about
sometimes.
what I would say, and I was like, "Oh man, this would be so bad."
Maybe I've thought like, oh damn, like what would I wear? But I've never been like, I've never been like, damn, like what would I do? Because I've kind of, I've always been on my own. Basically raised myself from the streets,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
So it's kind of just in me. Really, you cried?
I was getting getting emotional.
Have you ever
Yeah.
cried in your life?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
My parents
When's the
divorced
last-
when I was
but nobody's
14.
When's the
known
last
that
time you
you
cried?
When I cried.
Like
Yeah.
a real.
Do you cry at movies?
like a
No,
sob.
No,
honestly,
like a
yes.
real
I
emotional-
some
I don't-
movies
okay, that's a
fucking
little-
get to
No,
me.
Yes,
that
I
doesn't.
know,
That doesn't
yeah.
count as a.
That doesn't
cry.
count like a
that's fair,
real,
though.
like-
that's just like that's a cheat.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yes.
oh, this is eliciting.
Whenever
Yeah.
Click came out with Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Dude, I was not even watching the back half of the movie when he's like at his daughter's wedding and he's like dying in the
sees-
room.
yeah.
Dude, I was just I could not do it because I was like, fuck, like what if that happens to like my dad or
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
I don't know what
Right.
to do. But cry was probably when my great grandmother died. I saw my grandmother and my mom crying.
That
and
is
I
the
was like,
worst,
do it.
dude.
I hate
It's
those.
so
Fuck.
hard.
Like, I mean, sure, she was old, whatever, but like, she was like this old lady that would come around to events.
Yeah, but then
But
you
then I
see,
see my
you see your
grandma.
mom cry. You see somebody.
puts everything
now.
in perspective,
I'm
though.
like, fuck.
Man,
You have some feelings, man, and that's good.
just yeah,
It's
I
good
got
that
a
you
lot
have
of feelings.
something in there going on.
I'm sad all the
It's
time.
good.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
It's good for you, man.
It's okay to expose that though, you know.
Yeah.
It
No,
is
I mean,
healthy.
I feel like
I don't
it's healthy
think
that you could sit in a room full of men and talk
And
about that shit. 'Cause
No,
that's
yeah.
not common enough to be able to do that.
well, that's the first conversation I wanted to have actually before we even started this is like letting you guys know it's okay to fucking be vulnerable.
Oh yeah.
I know we just
Meech is
met.
very
like,
open with his feelings.
dude,
I love that. 'Cause
yeah,
I
I'm
can
like
do that
a
with you. I can do
real-
that with Devin, and
I
we could talk
promise you.
about whatever.
Yeah.
And it's not.
and it's comfortable. Like this is a comfortable place for all
Some
of us.
men-
I'm the same person in probably
Yes,
your life
no.
as you.
do we come off as
You know what I
not
mean?
that?
To your friends?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
and that is
100%.
amazing to have. Because
Yeah.
it's like some of the guys where it's like, oh, just talking about fucking women all the
Suck
time.
it up,
man.
And it's like,
Fuck no.
Suck it up.
dude, okay, chill out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we
No,
have
no one in
some
our group
real,
really does that
Yeah,
though.
and it's
So it's
nice.
like we
It's
really
nice.
just talk about dumb shit.
All
you
the
know?
all the time.
Yeah.
All the
A
time.
bunch of surface level shit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like to indulge on deep
So
conversation.
do I.
See how you really operate and why you
I
operate.
try
the
to
way
do
you
that to
operate.
him every time we're in a car
But
together.
he doesn't open up.
I do. That's not
He does.
true.
He does a little bit.
Logan's the reason I broke up with my girlfriend.
Oh wow.
My longest relationship as of now. You know,
Oh,
he's
wow.
the reason.
And
Okay.
so this is what happened. To be fair, I didn't make them break up.
He did. He literally.
We were camping together, and me and him went on a walk, as more men should.
Yeah.
And we were just
great
talking.
moment.
Little
We had
kissing,
a bunch
you know.
of beers in our pockets, and I was just like, why?
Come on, bro. Handle that, please. Fuck, man.
I said, why?
Really?
Why Cheryl?
Yeah.
And he was like,
Cheryl's Bo's name or Bo's mom's name.
Shirley.
No, Shirley.
Don't
Shirley.
disrespect
My
my
fault.
mom.
I said,
My fault.
I said, why Cheryl?
Right.
And he's like, well, like she makes like art that we could like maybe put in our house or something like that. And
No good answer.
that was
That was the only answer.
Yeah.
That was
that
it.
Wow.
was the only answer. And then
Wow.
like that's all I had to ask him. And I was like, and he was like, well, like that just fucking ate him up.
You fucked him
Wow.
up right there.
That ate him up enough to where he was like, I don't have a reason why.
Why am I here?
You're just
That's
there.
exactly what he was
I-
He's
saying.
comfortable.
Meech, I think all the fucking time. Literally,
Right.
I
I do
overthink
too.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Same
same
way.
way, bro.
And
way.
so since he said that, it was like it had to have been 2 weeks, and
Yep,
I
it
was just
was.
thinking of like, dude, what the fuck? What am I doing? You know,
I had that conversation with you
man.
too.
yeah, and I was. Well, I mean, we had James, you know, and everything
Yeah,
was getting
He
involved.
doesn't
And,
know
Right.
James, but yeah.
yeah, James was a code name for a girl that Logan and I, we talked about. It was like a mutual interest, and we were like, who's she gonna pick? Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
wow.
fucking
Look
picked
up Logan.
Andrew's the guy that's like, oh, yeah, she's looking at me right now. Every girl.
We all are.
Every
We all
girl.
have that
every-
friend.
We
Every
all
friend.
are.
Every
We
time
all
go-
are.
Every time we go to the
Fair
gym.
enough.
It's
You
not
see
just
this
Oh,
me.
no,
looking at
she's
me?
looking at me, not
It's
you.
not just me.
Right.
Because this older woman that Bo claimed was looking at him,
It's definitely.
she
looking at
fucking waves me down at the gym. I haven't seen Bo in fucking 2 months.
She's not
Right.
hot though. I don't
No.
know what
Well,
they're,
who
what they're
cares?
you.
sweating.
But yeah, a little
hot.
ego, a little ego boost for sure.
Yeah, it's principle.
Right.
But yeah, ever since Logan was like, you put that seed in my mind, I was thinking every day, like, dude,
Why? Why am I here?
yeah, literally.
Why am I here?
It's like, damn,
And I would tell you need a woman to challenge you. You need a woman that's
Yeah.
gonna
that is true.
do things for you. And it was like, yeah, she had a lot of things, but it wasn't enough for you.
Whatever
you were
I said
kinda-
went.
yeah.
I was very.
Which is great for you maybe at a
Right.
young age.
Yeah.
But then you realize,
That-
why am I here?
That's something you get when you're like 50 and you're dating like a 25-year-old.
Yeah.
Then you're like, listen, I've had enough life.
You know
I'm
what you
fucking
want.
Good.
You know
I
what
just-
you
I
want.
just want someone
You
I can
just-
tell what to do and leave me alone when it will leave me alone.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
A
who you
little
want.
bit of
Not at
butt
fucking
here and there.
23.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
you're way too young for that.
Dude,
shit.
I was 18,
Oh,
19
man.
for that.
No, you need substance at
yeah,
that age.
100%. And so he made me realize that, cut that shit off. And at first I didn't care, and then like as you're,
The
trying out
longer you
hoes,
go-
whatever, you got fucking blue hair girl coming in, you're like, damn.
It's like
Man,
it's like the
why?
difference between men and women. Men move forward at first really quick.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Right.
I'm out of a relationship.
Oh, I'm good.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm breathing.
And then the women are like going through it at the start.
yeah.
And then you start getting to a point where it's like,
It starts trickling
yeah,
down.
and you're like, oh,
start,
I miss
like,
And
having
you
that.
feel it, and it's like,
And then you see her, and she's with another guy,
She's
and you're like,
slowly
wait.
starting to thrive.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
right at your bottom.
And you're like,
yeah. You're like, why?
That's literally
Why
how
did
it
this
works.
happen,
It's
bro? I
always that
hate
like
that
point
shit,
where it
man.
hits.
Yeah.
It's like your
I
bottom,
hate that
and
shit.
she's
When you said that if you don't get like over it, you
Yeah,
get
under somebody.
under somebody else.
100%.
that's a
that
man. Yeah,
is
that's a man thing.
That's a man thing, but that's
Right.
fucking so real.
It's
How it goes.
crazy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy people say that.
It's
With your, sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
With your telling him that, right? Do you think that fucks you up ever? 'Cause I feel like with Bo, like
Yeah,
sometimes
you're to
I'll tell-
blame.
sometimes I tell Bo things, but I'll be afraid to tell him, like especially with this situation right now, because I'm like, I want Bo to like be the caterpillar sometimes and grow his wings instead of me giving him all my trauma and all my experiences.
Unpacking on him.
Yeah,
and like,
let me just let Bo figure it out, even though I have a lot of those answers.
Right.
Sometimes I realize Bo just needs to figure that shit out for himself.
That's
I'm the opposite.
He wants all those
just telling the worst shit ever.
That's what I don't like about your advice.
You hate me.
I hate you. Yeah. I do.
I get it.
Sometimes.
That's true. But no, I think what you just said is like, let people figure it out for themselves.
Right.
That is so important for like,
100%.
because like you don't want to like put some shit out. Like Carter here, he married basically the first girl he's ever met.
Oh wow.
And like
they're
best
perfect
couple
for each other.
I've ever seen.
Oh, that's
you know
dope.
what I mean?
We
that's
basically
dope.
all married her too.
Yeah,
Like,
she's married to all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
She's one of us.
That's really dope. Wow.
She's one of the boys.
She's
Rare
the best.
find. Rare find.
But
dope.
so it's like we can't tell Bo everything.
Yeah.
But you got to also like let him know like, hey, like you deserve certain amounts of things.
Yes.
So it's like it's not just like
Yes.
just you. It's like no. Like there's a balance that you just got to find.
You have to exactly.
You know what I mean? Not like just your way or the highway.
But I think
Right.
I need to find that out for myself.
That's
I
true.
have to.
especially if
I
being,
try to avoid
you
that.
being
You know
at
what I
this
mean? I think I
age,
need
bro,
to.
and like
This
So-
age.
not
30.
having- sorry,
30.
not having that experience, and like Devin and I have this conversation all the time. So I'll be like, "Fuck!" Like I want to tell Bo, like, just because Devin and I think so highly of Bo, unlike you, you know, you fucking hate this guy.
I
Devin and I are
understand, Bo.
genuinely
We
like
all think highly of
Yeah,
each
yeah.
other.
Bo is
we
like
don't show that
literally-
to each other as much. We have that
100%.
Because we know it. We know
But
it.
to
You don't
us,
need the
like to me and
reassurance.
Devin, we're like, bro, Bo's the greatest guy we've ever met in our entire life. Like 100%, like right. So
He's such a little brother to everybody.
bro, but it's like if I saw Bo get hurt, it would hurt me.
Yeah.
More than it would hurt.
Just want to give him a
anything
hug.
else. It's like, if you hurt Bo, you're fucking dead to me. So like if I hear anything like, you know, Bo's venting to me, yeah, like fuck her. Bo's venting and I'm like, fuck, you know, I don't want to see Bo hurt, so I need to give him advice. Right. But now I'm finding myself like, no,
Right
I need to
on the
not
nose.
give him advice. Like
Let him
Bo's got to
figure
be
it out.
hurt, and if he gets
You
hurt,
gotta
I need
let
to be
me
here
go
for him,
through his
right?
Let him
emotions.
grow.
Yes,
Let him
me
grow. Exactly. When you fall, I'll pick you up. But I'm not going to
Yes.
sit here and try to prevent you falling every fucking time.
Yeah.
That's
I
such
can't
And
be that
I do
friend,
that.
right?
I try
That's-
to let him like, hey, dude, I've been through this. You don't have to go through it because I've done it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Trying to prevent the fall.
Yes,
right?
100%.
But we just got to let him
And
and then
that
give a
might be-
band-aid
That's-
after.
that's
you
who
know?
I
That
am.
might be an unfair idea that I have in my head that it's like, oh, just because you went through something doesn't mean I'm going to go through it. That might be me being naive. I don't know.
That's somebody who
Right.
hasn't been through it.
yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
been through it, but I don't know.
Right.
It
There's no
happens
reason
to us all,
to
man.
push it faster than it needs to.
Yeah, but why
100%.
am I going to sit there with the idea of like, oh, it happened to him, it's going to happen to me. So I
don't
just got to
have to.
set myself up
Some
for
things are
failure.
inevitable, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's certain pieces of advice I give people, like, bro, at some point you get comfortable with your girl. Like, I tell that to everybody.
You're gonna get
And
fat.
you guys, I'm sure you
I'm
two
never gonna get
especially
fat.
have like realized that point of comfortability is like, it could be dangerous sometimes.
It's very bad.
It could be
yeah.
very dangerous because then you're like, fuck, you know, why am I here? Sometimes, you know, you question things. You're like, fuck. So sometimes I just
Well,
like
you guys
tell
have
them
all
that.
experienced that.
Well,
Yeah,
and it,
I mean, after being in a relationship for a significant amount of time,
it
absolutely.
takes seeing the other side to realize like what it was.
100%. Trying to prevent it though
Yep.
now, you know.
Yeah, it's tough. You're
Going
like,
into the
damn,
future, it's,
you know.
yeah.
And women are fucking snakes. Dude. as soon as they find out you're with somebody, they're like, oh, like, hey, like you look
Yeah.
good.
yeah.
You're like,
I hate that.
like, come
and-
on.
Why does it got to be like that?
and sometimes it's literally like coincidental. Like it'll be
Right.
like, oh, I just started talking to this girl like for a
She
couple
doesn't
of
even
weeks,
know.
and I care about her, and I haven't like posted anything or whatever, and they're like, oh, like hey, like let's hang out.
Yeah, come
Like
over.
fuck you, dude. Like
hate that.
you blew me off 6 months ago. Why do you want to hang out
devil
with me
working.
now?
That's
You
the
know what
devil
happened?
working.
What's
Yes.
that J. Cole song where it's like,
Role models.
no, not role models. There's a J. Cole song where he literally talks about that.
Will you find
Kevin's
that out?
Heart. Kevin's
Kevin's
Heart.
Heart.
She my number one.
Okay.
Kevin's
Don't
Heart.
need
That's
nothing on
I
the
hate it so
side.
much because every time I get a DM, I'm like obviously no.
How often
Right.
do you get DMs? I'll be honest.
I mean, it happens though. When it does
Yeah.
happen, you're
Right.
like, ah, fuck. Like you're like no, but like then you're like.
Well, no matter
It's
what,
temptation, though. Temptation
It's
is
just good. It's like
crazy.
it makes you. It fucks with your head that like
Yeah.
you know. It's like I'm very under the assumption like I'm with one person
yeah.
and like
One
That's
person
all
only.
I've ever thought about.
Monogamy is
Right.
important, I would say, to all of us.
100%.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But like when like someone else like shows that they're interested in you, it just
feels
fucks
good.
with your ego.
Yeah.
Oh, it fucking
You're-
feels
it's
good.
it throws off your whole
Yes.
equilibrium. You're
Yeah.
like, why?
You're like, wait a second. No, like
Am I
She could
I'm
be
only this person's
the
Yeah.
worst person
Right.
ever, but she likes me, and man, does that fucking feel good.
Attention
Man.
feels good.
Yes.
attention.
Why
feels
does that
Feels
stroke
so
us so
good.
much?
You know, I mean,
Whoa.
this might be news to you guys, but I love attention.
No, you love attention.
You do
Yeah.
really?
Surprise!
But you get those ideas too, because then you're in you know what you have in your relationship.
Yeah.
But then somebody else, and obviously, I'm just speaking off your guys' experiences on this, because I really don't have.
You
this.
live through us.
I live through you
Yeah,
guys.
I get it.
But then you get a DM, and you're like, this could be amazing. What could,
I don't know if I
What
think
could
that.
come from
not
this?
even-
What could come from
what
this?
could come from this?
It's just like it's just.
and then you
starts-
start seeing all the things you don't have. Maybe I could have that with her. And then
Right.
you just start getting in your head, and then that's when I overthink everything too. And then you just think about, okay,
It just gets in your head until you like.
gotta realize what
until
you
you
have.
have
Until
a
you
great
come,
day.
literally until you
gotta
come.
realize what you
Right,
have.
Until you have,
right.
yeah, you're like
Fucking-
fucking. I'm good.
Stroke your own meat, and you're like, dude, I would never fucking trade this for that ever.
Yeah.
You're
That
fucking
post-nut
crazy.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's
Fuck
great
you.
advice.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's great advice.
Literally, if you're like questioning it,
Just go
fucking
get off real
nut,
quick.
and then you'll be like, no,
Yeah, I'm good.
100%. That's how it works every
I'm
time.
gonna start taking that advice.
Mhm.
It's tough. Like
is
if you're
crazy.
on no fab, like Bo thinks, and helps him out, whatever.
Bro,
We've had that conversation too.
I was on NoFap that day we were earlier
oh, really?
when we first met.
Okay.
That's why I did that,
Okay.
because I was horny as fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
it helps.
literally like opening your whole brain.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, dude, this doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
zero chance. Like, you're kind of ugly. You don't offer me anything.
right.
And this girl does everything else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to be with you.
right.
But 10 minutes ago,
10 minutes ago, you're thinking,
I was getting ready to send you a video of my wiener, But then you finish, you're like, oh,
Oh, okay,
fuck
well,
no.
yeah, why would I have never thought about that?
Yes, I'm stupid.
Mhm.
And then
Wow.
everything's saved. That's all it takes.
100%.
Just a little bit of cum,
It's crazy how men's brains work.
Which
So-
he's never
Or
been here.
penises.
And this is the last thing we'll talk about cum because we do that all the time.
Mm.
But
We talk
when
about some
when you
questions.
come, do you stand up like him or do you like to be comfortable, lay down, maybe get a little
This
bit
is
on
after you
whatever?
come jacking off, not having sex, but when you're
Yeah,
Oh
no,
yeah,
this is
so
all
You guys have
self-induced.
talked about this. I
Uh-huh.
feel like in maybe a couple podcasts ago. Yeah, you did. You would go on you, right?
I would lay
You
down
would
on my
lay
bed
down
and
in
it
bed.
would,
All
come
over.
right here and then I just clean up and go shower. No big deal.
I only when I was younger, I only beat off in the shower.
That's how I was. I was
shower
a shower
guy,
only kind
cut
of
it
guy.
on,
Clean,
yeah. Some
shower
lotion,
off.
maybe turn the head a
We
little
would
bit. and
actually shower afterwards.
But
Yeah, not
is
to
that
wet the hair,
because you
yeah.
can
Were
lock the door?
yeah.
You were standing.
No, so I got to a point where I realized sitting down, like
comfortable.
Better.
on my
Comfortable.
counter,
Better.
yeah, just fucking
Wait,
rubbing
sitting
one
on the
off.
Times
counter?
better.
Dude, I'd sit on the counter,
have to
cut the
sit
shower
somewhere.
on, a little
I
bit
would
of music.
sit on the edge of the bathtub sometimes.
You got to
Yeah,
sit
just
the water on.
somewhere.
just going to fucking
Really?
town.
Yeah.
I would
Absolutely.
lay in the bathtub.
That
sometimes.
seems like the worst
Water
case
just hitting
for
my
me.
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the shower pointed down on my feet, and I would
Lay
lay
down or
at it.
stand. That's
And it's
it.
No,
comfortable.
no. It's lay down or sit.
If my
Those
hips
are
are
the
at
only two
90,
options.
I can't really come that
I
much.
can't
Like
stand
it.
roadhead
Really?
is
Yeah.
fucking tough.
Have you ever
Yeah,
have
it
you
is
ever
tough.
came sitting off the edge of the bed?
Yeah, but you're
That's a
kind
good
of
one.
you're leaning
That's a
back
good one.
though.
That's the best.
That's
You're
a good
leaning
one.
back.
When you're watching the show from like this, like
Mhm,
this,
You just
Yep.
taking it all
It's
in.
dominant
Yeah.
position.
it's
Yeah.
never better.
Monarchy
It's
stance.
Yeah.
never better. The M,
You
we're making
are
the M.
below me.
You know what I mean?
Toes curling and shit underneath the bed. You're like, yeah.
So for me, it's sitting or laying down. Those are the only two.
yeah.
Trying to stand though is not an option.
It's not.
It's
it.
not worth
It's
it.
not
No.
it.
I got such big legs and such a big ass. There's too much blood in there. if
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
standing.
yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
no, you don't. But
None
I
of my
get it.
penis.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I was trying to find more relation to somebody laying down. You know what I mean?
I'm not
I'm
gonna
not saying
sit
I've
here-
never laid down.
Yes, I'm exactly. I've done it.
Well,
It's
you
just not my
you guys
go-to.
make me feel like a criminal for just coming on
I
my
told
stomach
you,
a little
there's-
bit.
There's no crime in coming on your stomach.
It's
They're-
not like I
they're
get
wrong.
off extra.
They're wrong to make you come. to
Okay,
feel bad
I
for coming on
appreciate it.
yourself, you
Yeah.
know?
I don't think it's a crime, but it's a little different.
I just know
Different.
the,
It's just
I know the
comfortable.
feeling of after I come, and I don't want to have to go clean myself up after I do
But
it.
you do anyway. It's
Either
just
way,
a
you're
different
gonna
no,
come.
if,
form.
Regardless
if I'm in
you
the
are.
shower,
Yeah.
I come and then I'm done. I could forget
You're
about it.
telling
I
me
can
you
cut
don't
my
got to
phone
like fucking flick your hand off, get the
100%.
cum
off.
off
I'm
your
in
hand.
the shower.
Yeah, but I go in the shower too.
Yeah.
So I
Yes,
come
but
from
you're wiping yourself up afterwards, and then you have to go fucking waddle to the counter and not.
You don't
feel a
waddle.
little gay,
I
yeah.
clean
A
it.
little gay.
You feel
No.
yes, you feel like less of a man.
No, I
100%.
don't.
not true.
I feel like
less of a
such
man.
a fucking man.
No, you
Really?
don't.
When I got this pool of fucking seed, I'm like, damn, that's
And
a big show.
That's my cum.
He's over
I
there.
would get 30 people
That is
pregnant
not
with
true
this.
whatsoever.
No way. Dude.
Oh, dude, it's fucking nuts.
For me though, what you're saying about cleaning up, it's like no matter what you do, you have to clean up something.
You always feel gross.
Well, in the shower, you just.
But like
and then
shower,
you're
you just
in
let it go.
But like let's just say like you're sitting down, you come, and let's say you didn't come on. Let's say you came over the side of your leg or something.
Uh-huh.
Done it 100 times.
Yeah.
Even if I get a fucking clean escape from that, it's not.
There's
I didn't
something
get,
on your hand.
I didn't get like a one giant load off to the side and nothing else came out.
No.
It's one and then some shit's
Some trickles.
a little bit,
Yep.
and then the rest is trickling.
Damn, it's on my
Right.
calf or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
Yeah, dude, I've been there.
No matter
I
what.
don't. That doesn't happen to me.
No matter
that does
what.
not happen to me.
I can
I'm always
control.
thinking ahead of time.
Yo,
And I'm like,
Bo-
even when I'm about to come, like I know
Exactly.
where I'm gonna come right now.
Bo might
Yeah.
be a little dribbler.
No, I come a lot.
So you're saying you just
I get like 6 or 7 shots.
You shoot-
I'm not even.
Wow.
I promise you.
where do you
Wow.
where do you
Distance,
catch-
though?
You can get my girl on here. She'll tell you.
Distance?
Yeah,
you have-
chill
you
out,
have
chill
like
out.
a-
I
have
will
a
call her
napkin?
You can
tonight
call her
and
right
we'll get
now
her on
and she'll
next
tell you,
week.
Yes.
Do you have a
Next
napkin
week.
that you're just like, okay, I'm probably gonna come over here, or what do you? How do you?
I come in the
Straight to
shower.
the shower, bro.
9 out of 10 times I come in the
sitting
shower.
down
No, standing up.
or sitting on the edge of the
I had a
tub?
beautiful shower. Walk in, had a little counter in the shower, and
Oh,
I would
he-
just sit back and
He
just,
had the
Oh,
master.
yeah.
beautiful.
He had the
Okay,
master. That's
okay.
right.
Beautiful.
Privilege.
Privilege,
Yes.
yeah.
Privilege
But-
jerker right here.
Cleanup is going to be gross because come in water, they're not fam. So I know you would go like this and
I
let
had
the
a
water
de-
run off your
I had a
hand
detachable
and let it
shower head.
splash the.
Detachable
Oh,
shower head. I
okay.
just sprayed
Oh,
it
you're a
around.
real privileged
Back at
jerker.
it.
You have to spread
Yeah,
on
he
your
doesn't
shit too, though,
understand.
right?
Damn.
You
What do you
get
mean?
some cum
He doesn't know
on
the struggle.
your dick.
I'm just in the shower. It's rinsing off after
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
Wash,
Soaping
yeah.
up and I'm
Okay,
washing.
but you're still coming on yourself.
Mhm.
A little bit.
Right. That's all. That is my whole point.
My thing is, I feel like it's a compromising position to come on yourself. You're sitting there, you're watching this video, and especially I got to a point when I was watching porn, I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I watching this?
See, I wanted to mention
Why am I
that.
watching this?
But
been
like
there.
after, bro, when you nut on yourself, aren't you like,
You just feel like shit.
bro? Yeah, because I know when I come, I'm
No.
like, damn, why did I just watch that nasty, raunchy shit?
Yeah.
You do that.
And then like now I have like all this come over me.
And
I'm
then
like,
you
I
feel
feel
even
more
worse.
disgusted
Yes.
with
To
my
me,
fucking
though,
self, right?
I've done it so much, it's just another day of work. That's it. It's like, oh, nope, time to go.
Damn, yeah.
There you go.
Exit out, then you're
Yeah.
good.
They have different minds.
it's
Logan,
just,
like
hey,
crazy.
just another day in the office. That's
Yeah.
all I
Logan,
see.
Logan is the
Okay.
guy that will come. He's come on the floor and is like, forgets about it, goes about his day.
Oh,
I'll
wow.
go
Doesn't clean
eat
up.
before I pick this
Yeah.
cum up off the
He'll
floor.
figure it out when
wow.
the
Yeah.
time comes.
That's how it is.
Damn.
And I've never like come on the floor, but I understand.
That's crazy.
It's
life,
not,
man.
It's just cum. They're treating like it's some,
It
you know,
is like
some,
sneezing.
some toxic,
You know?
nuclear waste.
No, it is
like,
cum.
Oh, it's so.
but if I'm having
gross.
sex, it's different. I'll come wherever. I don't care.
Yeah.
But if
100%.
I'm doing like if I'm jacking off for
Just
me,
one-on-one.
it's just I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like.
I
the
wish
way
I still have
It
that
makes me
skills.
feel. Yeah, I don't know.
I
That's why I went through a
completely
phase where
lost
I didn't jack off for.
I was about to say I don't even jack
year.
off anymore.
Yeah.
I don't
hardly
either
ever.
now. Now that I have a girl, I don't.
I could just be
Yeah.
numb to it.
You
Literally.
just
definitely
enjoy
numb to it.
jacking off.
No, we've talked about you're the type of guy that doesn't. You find a way to make it not bad for you. Or
I'll
like
do
not your
whatever
fault in
fits best to
situations.
me. Yeah,
So you can
100%.
you can
Really?
convince yourself. Oh no, this is not a big deal. Yeah, who cares?
Everybody
It's not a
does
big deal.
this.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a bad person.
So what?
Yeah,
Come on yourself doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you comfortable when you do the best thing ever.
Yeah.
exactly.
Especially in that moment, you don't give a fuck. When you're horny, like, do you just think about how many rules don't apply when you're horny?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, all the
Nothing,
time.
bro. You're fucking. You know what I'm saying? You're doing all types of nasty shit. You're a
Yeah.
demon.
You're thinking,
100%, yeah.
I did that.
And girls are
I did
different. You'll finish and they'll still be like, you know, trying to like,
Yes, it's different.
Suck
like
your
just
soft
super
dick.
wet kiss, and you're like, oh,
Oh,
yuck.
I'm
Like,
done. Do you know
yeah,
I'm done?
I just finished. My penis was in your mouth. Like, what are you
I'm
doing?
disgusted with myself now. Like, why are you doing this?
But is that with women that you don't really care about, or is
No.
that
No, that's
All
all
of them.
It's all,
Yep.
bro.
all the time.
Even you care about.
I don't have that.
Oh, so you're nut in the mouth and making out. Pause.
Be honest.
Hear
Be
me
honest.
out. Hear me
I
out.
Be
have
honest.
kissed her after. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
right
That's
after
fair.
she swallows and you go.
That's actually a topic
Yeah.
I wanted to bring
I
up.
have-
yeah.
I don't.
and I don't mind.
I
That's
don't.
that's a
I
very
don't mind
like
at
it.
all.
Hey, it's a
You're in
safe
love,
place.
Bo.
It's a
You're
safe
in
place.
love.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
I don't know.
100%.
I'll have sex. I'll come, and we'll just lay there.
I
Give
love
it a-
that.
give it a year,
Soft
but-
dick
And
and
I
all.
have no problem with it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
this is not. We just talked about this, but give it like a year. and then you're like, I don't really want to taste my cum right now. And she knows
It's not new anymore. It's not new anymore. It's not as hot. It's like, damn.
Now you think about it like,
Yeah.
Let me give you a kiss on the cheek.
all right, babe, go shower.
Yeah.
That's
Just
fucking funny.
it's primal. It's got to be primal.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it. I've never done it. Whether I'm in love with you or I hate you, if I come in your mouth,
You're just
talking
a
about you're
dominant
talking
man.
like kiss after like
You're just like
the
you
dick suck.
want you want to
Okay.
maintain that masculinity.
Bro, you know
I
what?
don't know if it's
Let
masculinity
me
at
give
all.
you some
It's
words of advice though.
Okay,
like
let's hear it.
especially that I learned when I was like younger. I lost my virginity at 13.
It's crazy.
So when I was younger, bro, I was like the guy that's like, I'm just gonna kill your shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like I was like, you know, like an animal.
Yeah.
Right. And then it got to a point, like I feel like with my first relationship, maybe where I was like, no, you got to take care of the woman, you know. And like when
Like
that
you
happens,
cared
bro,
about her.
yeah, your first love, like we were talking about, right? But when that happens, like I said, there's really no rules, right? Like I feel like you have to get to that point where it's like, I'm gonna try a bunch of weird shit and I have to be okay with it because she wants it and I love her and I want her to not forget about this shit. You know what I mean?
Like
Wait, you
right
just-
now, when I haven't
back to
come
what you
yet,
Yeah.
said.
Okay.
it's like, oh yeah, I'd probably kiss you after I come.
Right.
But when I come, get the fuck away from me.
You'll get to a
Let-
point.
I wanna
where
hear
it's-
what Logan has to
So what the fact that you just said when you were young, because you started having sex at 13, I was
Yeah.
14.
Right.
Same shit.
Right.
And
I was
like
about that age.
my brain then,
about that
and
age.
like honestly, for like most of it,
Mm.
was like, I'm just trying to kill you with my penis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's all
Like-
you know. And maybe porn ruined that.
It did.
And I wanted to talk
It
about
did.
that. Like
It
maybe
100%
porn just thought we
100%
were
does.
this.
was
It
the
100%
reason
does.
that's the
Right.
only way we thought. It's like, okay,
Right.
how hard can I lay the shit on you
Mhm.
Exactly.
for how long?
Right.
That was it.
Yeah.
That's my baseline. Is like
100%.
how long can I do the hardest shit possible?
Yeah. And that makes me the fucking man.
And I'm the man for that.
Right.
100%.
And that's
then
not it.
What happened for me was like, it was the next person, and then the next person. It got deeper and deeper for me. It's like, no. That's not at all how you have sex.
Right.
How you have sex is like, you make it super pleasurable for them. And
Yes.
you do all
You guys
these
are on the
things.
same
And
vibe.
taking fucking pride in that. Though,
All
you know?
yeah, like no, like I'm like at your service.
100%.
Yeah, like the whole thing is about like
100%.
how much satisfaction are you getting out of this?
Exactly.
Only for
That
them.
gives me
Yes.
satisfaction
Yeah.
now, too.
But you gotta
And I know
understand,
it's the
that's
same
the
thing for you.
ultimate form of satisfaction.
Yeah.
bro. Like, I don't even care about my nut anymore.
Yes.
If I can make you come 5-6 times and I don't come at all, I'm walking out of this shit with my fucking head held high.
Oh, you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I just
I'm
did
like,
that.
I'm the fucking man.
I'm gonna come again.
Yep.
yeah.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
gonna rub one off and be come whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go watch some porn after this. I'm
did
good.
That's
Right.
that's the
Yeah,
that's the
100%.
best thing possible.
Dude, and your whole day's different when you know that. You're the fucking man.
Yeah.
You're driving different, cutting people
Yes.
off. Fuck you. Yeah.
She
Promise.
told me to stop because she couldn't handle any more.
I got it like that.
Me, I was good for 10 more.
It's so funny though. I only learned that after leaving the relationship.
Really?
Well, 100%. Like for me, it was just like
Which one?
The
the
first,
first
one?
one.
Oh,
It was like after, like maybe not quite after, because I was still in high school. Like basically, like that was just about it.
Right.
But like after, like maturing after that was like, okay, now I'm starting to get the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I don't know what clicked. Maybe
Yeah.
it was like fucking.
well,
the internet.
it's just different person. The first
Yeah.
one's like,
Right.
oh,
Different
this has worked. This has always worked, and this will always work.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then, she was like, hey, this isn't working anymore. So then you had to adapt.
Then you're
Well,
like,
You
okay.
have to grow, and you grew from your
Yeah.
previous
Exactly.
experience. You know what I'm
But
saying?
your mind is so new at that age and at a young age, and you're watching porn, you're like, oh, this is how you have sex.
This is how you
Right.
do it.
This
I
is
could
how
do
you have
that.
to do it.
I could do that.
So you go into it with the mindset, okay, this is what women want.
This
Because
is
I'm
Right.
seeing this
what
woman
does
and
the
she's
job.
enjoying it.
Yep.
Right.
So obviously, I need to provide this same service.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the older you get, the more you talk to them. You're like, they don't want me to hit them in the face all the time.
No,
Like,
it's not
they
even.
don't-
It wasn't even that.
They
It
don't
was just
want me to
like,
just
Just
the-
penetration,
sit there.
hard
Yeah.
penetration.
like
As
as hard as I
hard
could go
and deep as
all
you
the
can.
time. Yeah.
Balls to the
not
fucking,
it.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
not-
You're like,
That's
bro,
not the game.
if you're
Yeah,
not hearing
right.
clapping, it's not good.
Yeah, you're thinking, yeah, I'm the man.
Yeah.
Like, you're not the man.
No.
You can eat pussy for an hour and be the man. You can penetrate for 20 minutes and think you're the man, but you're not. You know what I mean?
true.
It's the alpha male mentality, though. Like, even with you, I'm just assuming,
He's got the alpha male.
But you
mentality.
definitely do.
Whether or
100%.
not he is, he's
Bro,
got
the more,
mentality.
I promise
I
you,
am.
because I used to be the same way, like, the more you become vulnerable and are okay with becoming vulnerable, it helps you in every aspect of your life, bro.
Well, it's like
in the bedroom with women, with friends. Like
I feel like I'm more vulnerable than you guys think. Like
Okay.
I don't
Well,
eat their
are.
ass.
You are.
I don't eat
He's
their
getting
ass.
better, but no,
You don't see it.
I was going
he
to tell
is.
you. So what you were saying, he is those things.
Right.
But he will never show it to us.
okay,
So he is like, oh my god,
the sweetheart
you
guy.
are
that-
my love.
Yeah.
You're the light of
Yeah,
my
100%.
life.
sending fucking poems and shit.
Without,
right?
yes, that's who this guy is.
Right.
We were.
No,
well,
it's nope. He is that guy.
Right.
He just will.
He doesn't
fuck,
portray
He
it.
will die before we ever see a
That's
drop of it.
crazy, man.
Well, it had to have been like junior year or something. We were in high school at lunch. We were in the library. Logan got a hold of my phone. He was like, he was going through like a text with my girlfriend at the time, and I was saying some shit.
Hi, gooey baby.
And he made fun of me for it. You know,
So
he
never
was,
say,
yeah,
you literally
there you go.
learned.
So
You
that
learned from your
traumatic
age.
experience was
I
like,
can't let
fuck
them see
no,
this.
never again.
I can't let them see
Logan
this.
will never see this.
So
side
to
of me
Logan,
ever.
I go to the gym and I work and I eat, and that's it.
And you're
But
fucking
And he
this-
doesn't do any of those things well. That's the craziest part.
But being at
That's
that age, you're at an
funny.
age where you don't want to get made fun of. Being 17, you're getting
I
made fun
don't-
of.
yeah.
That hurts your feelings.
I don't
Right.
care.
Now we're at an age where it's like,
Bro, I'm
I
a
can make
grown-ass
fun of you.
man.
We're grown-ass men. You don't
Right.
care. It's not going to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
100%.
You know what I mean? So now you can be more open. You could be more. And that changed for me. And I forget that I'm a little older than you guys sometimes.
A
but
little?
that changed for me when I was your age, 23, 24. I was getting out of college. And it's like, you know what? I don't care.
But it's about finding your image, though.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Like, at this age, I don't fucking care. Like, I know who I am.
And that's an important
16,
feeling.
17,
You
bro.
need
like,
that feeling. You
bro,
need that.
I had an identity crisis for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when I got out of my first relationship. I'm like, I don't even know how to exist without you, bro.
We
Like, who the
literally
fuck am
I'm telling you, you
talked
guys-
about this last episode.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like an athlete and
Right.
a relationship, and that was my.
That's all you
identity.
knew.
Yeah.
That's
And
all
then
you
I
knew.
lost both those things like in college,
Right.
and I was like,
And he
"What
hit
the
a
fuck
bottom.
am I doing?"
Yeah.
He hit a bottom.
The
don't even know
bottom
how to
and then just a
exist.
little bit deeper.
I literally like went from a fucking just like going, and I went straight to the floor.
Right.
I was like, okay, well, I got to figure this out.
And now you're trying all these other things in the meantime just to see.
Ruining my
What it is
life.
you
the
wanna
same
be.
fucking
What
conversation
it
we
is you
had
wanna be.
last week, dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You had like after you like go to the floor, you're like, okay, like, well, that didn't work, so I'm gonna try.
What
all
ladder
of
do I
it.
want to
I
take?
can't
Yeah.
get
To
lower,
there.
so I'm just going to
100%.
keep trying
Might as
all
well
these
just start
things.
climbing.
You might as
Yeah.
well.
All these fucking ladders. Oh, it's a crazy slide back to the floor. Okay, well, let's get on another one.
Yeah.
That's literally we talked about that fucking last week. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
He's a little different because he's been in stuff longer than Bo and myself have. So
I feel like that seasons you a lot. Like me versus like a lot of people. Not trying to say I'm more mature or anything, but
You are.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Same
more
with
mature
dude,
in a
just-
relationship aspect.
man,
'cause
like
you have those-
practically being married,
We're
bro.
better.
Like,
We're better than them.
Right.
Yeah.
right.
I mean, we just like, bro, we've
don't
been
mean
there,
that.
so it's like, fuck. Now I know exactly what I'm looking for in a woman. You know, being single, like, it sucks. So that's why I'm afraid of commitment because I'm like, I think this is who you are, but in 6 months you're gonna be a whole different fucking person.
and we realized
You're gonna
that
be
as
a
being in a different.
no.
It's so weird.
Different person, bro. So I'm like, fuck, do I want to commit to you? Is it worth it?
Will you be this
Do I
person
like-
in 6 months?
But do I like
No.
enough shit about you that it's
Yeah.
okay for me to commit to you? You
Dude,
know,
that shit is fucked up.
it's so fucked up. And now
It's-
I'm like, I can never. Be
But
in a
that's
relationship
why
ever
I'm
again.
happy that I
Because of
don't
it,
have
you know
those
what I mean?
thoughts. I like that I don't have those
Bro, but
thoughts.
you're-
I like
yeah,
that
it
a
is
lot.
good. It's
You're-
good.
I love
Not
that.
yet.
Behind the ears,
And I
man.
might-
Not yet,
Behind the
man.
ears.
Not
A
yet.
year from now, I might hate the fact that I don't have those thoughts. But right,
Right.
now, I'm like,
You'll
But
learn.
it's so
You'll figure
so
it out.
beautiful watching you go
Yeah.
through this. Though.
It is.
That's why I tell him all the time.
I remember, bro. I remember not giving a fuck about anything and just you're beautiful enough. I
Nothing
wanna
can
date
go
you.
wrong.
nothing.
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 I care about you. You care about me.
I don't have
We're
anything to
married.
compare it to. I don't
Yep.
have any previous experience to compare it to. So nothing else matters.
And
You're
that's-
hot. You can fuck. That's it.
If you could get that back right now
Oh, in a heartbeat.
in a heartbeat,
In a
So
100%.
stop
wish.
trying to take it away from me.
no, yeah, we're not trying to.
Bro,
We're not
it,
trying
just,
to.
it sucks is at 23 years old versus like, bro, it's beautiful for
46.
you. Yeah, 38 or whatever. Fucking old you are.
I stopped counting, dude.
At 23, I'm like, fuck, am I ever gonna find anything ever again?
And you
it's
shouldn't
scary.
be questioning that at 23 or so
Bro, but, like,
young.
come-
It's like
you-
23.
You don't understand.
I'm seasoned,
know.
bro.
You
That
don't
meat is
get it.
over well
Yeah.
done. You know what I mean?
You've been
Like,
up here,
fuck.
and then one day, just bomb.
Like,
Oh, shit.
There you go.
And it's crazy
I'm
too.
fucked.
I bet Logan, obviously, you can probably relate to this, but it's crazy going from a point of like, sorry, of like every day, like seeing somebody you love and like just your life revolving around them to like seeing it astronomically change, like it switch 180, right?
to
and
like,
I'm
like you don't know him.
dude, and it's crazy because I saw my ex like a couple months later and we had a conversation and she walked in the building and I couldn't even like recognize her.
Yeah.
Like I remember the feeling, just always remembering her there, like when she'd come over and it'd just be like that comfortable feeling,
easy,
Like
yeah.
right away you see each other and it's
Yeah.
like it's
like,
like
oh,
a different
yeah.
frequency in like the
Yeah.
air. Yes.
It was crazy. I'm like, I used to wake up next to you every fucking day. Used to shower with you, all these things. And now I'm like, I don't even know who the fuck you are.
I don't know a goddamn thing about
and it's
you.
Scary.
And it's crazy to like know someone that well.
And
to
be
then
that.
and like someone you could know that well.
Right.
To then also someone you could not know a goddamn thing about.
At all. And you don't know what they're doing. It's crazy. And it just makes you think that anybody can be like that, right?
Exactly. And
that's his problem.
And for me, the same thing applies where it's like, I hate the fact that that could happen because I'm not the person to put up a wall after I don't see someone for a while.
Right.
Like I'm still the same person to like someone I played a sport with when we were 12.
Right. Same conversations. Pick up where you left off.
Like exactly. It's like why the like obviously our lives have changed, but I still see you like that.
Right.
And like I hope you still see me as like that close of a friend where like I can come up to you. You could be a fucking doctor now.
And it's the same shit.
And I'm like, what's up, bitch? You know what I mean? It's like,
100%.
Like and like they're
100%.
like, no, I'm a doctor now. You can't talk to me like that. So
that
no,
sucks.
dude. Like we're
cool.
fucking
Like,
boys.
we're boys, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we're that close.
Right.
You were that close with that person. Now they're like, yeah, no, like I'm off to see the world and I could do whatever I want. It's
And
like,
that's it.
you're like, dude, like obviously you could do whatever you want.
Right.
We're still fucking boys.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
100%.
But when someone fucks that up too, it's just like, oh man, this is
Where do you go?
tough.
Do you feel like now, I don't want to exclude you guys, but just one
going.
last point.
This is
one last
great.
point.
I like this.
Do you ever feel like it kind of shuns you from like fully committing to anything now? Obviously, you have a girlfriend
You
now.
have no fucking
But
clue.
like you kind of do put up, you put
was
that
gonna say
barrier
that.
though slightly, and you're like, bro, I know because my last experience, like any day it's like this. So like now any friendship I get into, any relationship in the future, I'm like, bro, you might mean something to me now, but I promise you, probably in a couple months, you probably won't.
That's
And I've been there before, and I
I
felt
talked
it.
to so my girlfriend and I are going to be going on 2 years
Okay.
next month,
Oh wow.
and we still talk about it. I'm like, listen, like,
Right.
like I'm still fucked up about some shit that happened to me when I was 12.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's just like it's let me know like nothing's permanent.
Right.
And like obviously that's not the one thing, but it's just like that really like let me know like how the world can work.
Exactly.
So it's like I tell him like, yeah, like it left me with some shit, and that's just the truth. I mean, it's just the truth.
And that's fair,
Right.
and it's good to be open about those things. And be
Oh,
able to
yeah.
talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
that. You don't
I
want
love
to
that
keep
you
that.
can be
Yeah,
open
you
about
need
that.
to
That's
be
dope.
able to talk about that.
And I'm so lucky to be able to talk about it with the person I'm with.
Yeah.
Because like you can't like be under the like you can't have that because I'm the first person they've actually ever like really loved.
Okay.
So that's another thing.
Yeah.
Because like it's one
Damn.
thing if like you're with a person who's been through the same
The
thing,
same shit. Exactly.
and they're like, no, like I get it, like this shit can go awry.
But she has no idea.
She has never like really loved somebody.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
I'm the first person.
That's
Does
what
that
I was gonna
scare
say.
you?
You're
Does
also
that scare
coaching
you,
her
though?
up at the same
No,
time, though.
not
You're
him.
also like, hey, I know how it can be. Just a heads up. You know?
I do that all the time,
Right.
but like she's like, nope.
Whatever.
Yeah, like nah,
She's got the
be
bow
we're
mentality.
gonna be there forever.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
it's like,
difference.
shit can go bad, Jordy.
It can.
Jordy, shit can get bad.
It can.
Yeah.
Things can happen. These things happen.
Just protect yourself. Have that coding at least.
I,
like a little
I
bit of
always
armor.
do, but I feel bad for them.
Right.
'Cause I'm
they
like,
don't know that.
You're
They're
on the other
naive
side
about it.
now.
I'm like legit like the wizard on the other end where it's like I can see the future and it's not looking good.
Right.
Instead
You know
of
what I mean?
Right.
instead of Logan thinking of
Man.
like anybody could end it like this, it's everybody will,
Yeah.
Right.
and that's where he's at.
Yeah, and that's
Wow.
I don't think that's a healthy way to think.
It,
It's real. It's a real way to
I'm
think.
about to say it's the
It's
reality
real.
of
It's
how
a
life
reality.
is, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
and
yeah.
I've seen it in not my own obviously my own relationship, but like multiple relationships where it's like
Yeah.
I've seen like a ton of people who have been together forever,
and
and
that's
it
it.
happens, and it's
Yeah.
like that's just the reality of life.
People that get married for
sometimes.
40 years.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it's like, damn.
Sometimes,
nah.
and it happens.
Like you said,
to
you saw
everybody.
that
with my
in your-
sister.
Yeah, you saw that. So
Yeah.
it
She
fucked
did
you
the
up.
same thing I did, but she
Right.
actually got married, super successful, all this great things, and it still didn't work out. And it's like, oh, this is
Anything
this can happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the part of growing up, though, is not being naive about anything anymore. You know what I mean? Not saying like. well,
Obviously, Bo.
I understand.
Yeah.
Just,
No,
just
but,
direct all this at Bo.
Yeah, I get it.
But it's like we were saying, it's a beautiful area to be in. It's
Yeah.
a beautiful place for you to be in.
It,
'cause
it
it's
feels
just,
good to
bro,
watch
it's a
you.
raw emotion for you without anything blocking or hindering like
And
how you're thinking.
simultaneously, we would still go back to it if we could.
100%. I wish I could be there. Like I
100%.
hate the fact that I'm like, bro, anything I get into now is just
You
gonna
just
end.
have those thoughts, and
Yeah,
you're
bro, that's
never
all I
not going
think
to have
about.
those thoughts. You can't.
I'm always forever.
that good when it's good.
Forever. That's why I avoid commitment.
This is going to work, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life with her. I never have to worry about this.
for you.
How do you avoid commitment?
Damn.
It's a tough question.
No, it definitely
it's
is.
not.
It's.
I feel like
He knows the answer.
I 100%.
He just doesn't know how to work.
Going back to previous experience, it's like I know what I'm looking for now, and it's hard for me to find somebody that I know can give me that.
Right.
Everything that I need, right? It's like, I know I need this, and this. So if you can't give me any of these things, I'm out of there, you know?
No, you know
But
exactly
right
what
away,
you're looking
It's
for.
fucked up because the ceiling's so high.
It's
Yes.
so, and after my first relationship,
be.
Yes.
bro, it was like, okay, I know exactly how she treated me, and there was a few things I would have changed, and now like even trying to find that in a girl at this age, it's like, fuck.
There's a few things you would have changed, but
And
for
we're
the
in an
most
it-
part,
Yeah.
fine by you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right.
Now I'm looking for a girl that's better than that, right?
Better, yes.
And like better,
And we're-
right?
They
we're
have
also-
to be.
We're in an
Bro.
industry that's
And we're-
not the greatest
Bro,
for
we're
that
surrounded
either.
by, but not only that, like, you know, I was talking to my boy about this. In a perspective, right? The older you get, the smaller your options get.
Yeah.
Bro, some of the best girls right now are in long-term relationships,
Already getting married.
married. You know what I'm saying? They've been through some shit. They're getting cuffed up a week later. Like, these girls are, you know, long gone. So, like, for me, my selection is so small. And trying to find that girl, she's not where I'm at. She's
But
not in
you
the
know,
club.
you know your worth. You know
She's
what
not
you
in the
want,
bar.
and that's
Yeah,
not a
100%.
bad thing. It's
Right.
just hard to
But
find because there's
finding
not
it
yet.
is so
Okay,
tough.
so now this is making me think why older guys pick younger girls.
100%.
That's why.
Because think about this. They've been married. They have kids. Bro, I'm 23. Like, if I go for a girl, she's going to be older.
Yep.
She might have kids, might have been divorced already.
Yeah.
Do I want that? I mean, I could handle it, but is it what I want?
It's got to be
want
worth
that.
it.
Do I
Yes.
need? I don't need that baggage.
Is
I'm 23 years old,
the
bro.
perfect scenario for you?
Probably not.
No.
And that's why, you know, the selection gets smaller and smaller
Yep.
then. Is she 6 foot? Think about the amount of women that are over 6 foot. You know, just little things. Like demographic questions, like, and then it's just, you're in Vegas. It's smaller and smaller and smaller. But I meet some very awesome women, you know.
I actually want to talk to you guys about that. How is like dating in the like you guys
Club
are in
life.
the club industry,
Right.
especially here in Las Vegas, which is like the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
so it's
everything.
like, what is that like? Because I imagine it being like basically like you're dating, and this is like not even close to like the same comparison, but it's like you're dating a porn star,
right.
where like
It's not that they're.
And
And
not-
it's not that they're fucking all these
not
dudes.
they're
'cause
fucking
maybe
all
they-
these guys,
Yes.
but
No.
like just like
They're just out there.
they're like the personality of
Yeah.
like
Almost
oh my god,
outlandish.
Literally.
every guy is so
Right.
cool. I like every guy just because
Right.
we all work together. Everything's cool.
100%.
I'm constantly networking with these guys who I know without a doubt would fuck me in front of my mom.
Literally.
You know what I mean? Like
Literally.
that's not every girl, but like that's
A lot of 'em.
Most of them that you
90%,
meet, yes.
maybe.
100%.
So it's
And
like,
there are those diamonds in the rough that you find.
Yeah.
right, but like
100%.
how is that like
Right.
how is it being surrounded by those kind of girls? Like
I feel like for me, the best way I can
Bo
put it.
found one of those diamonds.
I've learned the hard way.
Good for you.
I've learned the hard
No,
way.
100%.
Yeah.
You have. For me, what I've realized, I'm a very observant person, but like these women are sexualized, right? Day in and day out. They go here.
That's how they make their money.
Yeah, that's how the club sells
Whether they
itself, bro.
realize that or not.
These
that's how they
women,
make their money.
every man just sexualizes them. Look, you know, you're beautiful. You have nice lips, nice titties, nice ass, right? They're surrounded by that shit. So their head is so full, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You meet these girls, bro, and they already are like, I'm the fucking hottest thing since sliced bread, bro. They already think they're the shit. You don't have, there's a lot of like normal women that you have to gas into that. They're a little insecure, like, and that's easy for us, right? You know, we
Easy,
go in there
yeah.
and make them feel good about, bro, these girls think they're the best shit ever.
there's
and they
never
know
been
that.
someone better than them.
Never, bro.
Yeah.
Never. There's guys paying to hang out with them. All types of shit. And it's like, why would you ever want a regular guy like me?
Right.
When you're surrounded by this
But they
all day.
do though.
And
They
that's
just
the
don't
crazy-
know it. They don't know it
See,
yet.
Well, it's
maybe.
not regular.
It's,
That's the
it's
thing.
not. But meeting, that's why a lot of these girls, like a lot of girls at least we work with, I don't want to single any of them out, but a lot of the guys they marry are just normal guys.
Yeah.
They're
Because they
guys,
figure it out.
real estate
Oh,
agents,
this
just
guy that's paying all this money for me to do these things, he's
got-
not there because he likes
But
me.
he's
why he has to
who I
pay.
am.
he's
That's
got
why he's gotta
nothing
pay.
but
Yes,
money.
that's
That's
what he
all.
has.
That's the
That's all
only
he brings to the
value.
table.
Yeah.
That's literally the only thing he brings. And then they meet
It's a
good
lot,
guys
though.
like
It's a big plate on that
wait,
table.
yeah.
it's a huge. But the young ones, bro, they don't realize that.
Yet.
They're like, yeah, not yet, right?
yet.
He's taking me to extravagant
Oh, he's
dinners,
gonna buy
flying
me
me
this
to
$10,000
Tulum.
bag, this,
Yeah,
all
you
this
know, I'm gonna
jewelry.
get a Porsche if I kick it with him
Literally.
for 6 months, like all types of
There was a
shit.
girl.
They have like a bonus plan. Set
Literally,
up.
they're already like,
if you
yeah.
make it to month 6, you're gonna get
Dude,
a Porsche.
I promise you. This girl texted me one time. She's like, "Hey, can you come help me jump start my car?" I was like, "Oh yeah, like we're at the same, like whatever." She's cool. I couldn't get her car started. Her battery was completely dead.
Right.
I talked to her a week later. I'm like, "Oh, did you get it figured out?" She's like, "Oh yeah, this guy I was talking to just bought me a new car."
Crazy.
I was like,
Normal.
Bought me
"A new car?"
car.
She's like, "Oh," I'm like, "What kind of car?" She's like, "Just a Mercedes." I'm like,
Just
$80,000 car. I looked it up. $80,000
just,
car.
normal.
just in Mercedes,
normal.
And
man.
it's just like this. That's the kind of treatment that these girls get. And I'm sitting
Yeah.
here like,
How do you compete?
I can't do that.
How do you compete with that?
I can't do that.
But then you realize it's not what they need.
No, and I
some of them
didn't realize
understand
that for a while. So I was like, there's no
100%.
way I could have a woman.
Well, they
like
all
this.
understand
100%.
it, just different times.
Yes. So
Sometimes you're 55 and you're like, fuck.
There's some girls that work that are 40.
I got
that
3
are
kids. I
finally
hate my
like,
kids. I hate my husband.
See, I feel like the younger generation is
Mm.
understanding those things earlier.
Right, which is good.
Over and over, like every year. So they're
Right.
understanding it even earlier than the last year did.
100%.
But like the club industry, like the only club people I know are like almost like 35 now.
Yeah, they're pushing.
They're older. No,
Right.
no, like older. You know what I mean? Like,
On the way
Fucking
out, the downhill.
yeah,
Literally,
but, like,
yeah.
I know like actual like 35, 40-year-olds who were in the club and like they're just now waking up to like how the real world works.
Yeah.
But it's scary.
But like there's the same girl who's like the same age as you, who's 23, is like, oh, like I get it now. Like people are gonna pay for me because I'm hot and all
Yeah.
this shit. But like this isn't really gonna fulfill me.
100%.
And I'm
We
all
work
for
with
the
plenty of
women
girls
that
like that.
realize that and they still get
utilize.
it. Because I fuck with that.
I would max it out.
That's
And-
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm the,
That's
I'm
a
the type
business
of guy. I'm like, bro, go get that fucking bag.
Yes, that's a business woman.
Go ahead and gamble with that fucking guy.
Yeah.
Get that fucking bag. I
we
love that.
we were gambling with the guy literally
Dude,
yesterday.
And I'm like, you know, I trust you enough that
Or
you're
the
not
other day.
shaking ass for him and you realize that, right? There's the rare breeds that aren't
This guy's
giving
pulling
something
out
in return.
thousands of dollars, just
That's
throwing
crazy.
chips to her. They're
All
just
the
playing.
people that you guys work with,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not even that you work with, that you've met, that you've kind of just encountered.
Know
throughout
of.
Right.
Yeah, throughout the journey. What % of girls do you think actually have kind of reached that point where they're like, oh no, like this is strictly a
3.
financial
Low.
3%.
Low.
Is it-
5% maybe.
Is it low?
It's like
Very
maybe
low.
1 in 10.
Okay, so
So
Yeah.
10% maybe, 1 in 10.
100%.
90%
And that's
are
maybe
still
just in that
in
lifestyle.
their own fucking
Man.
head.
In that lifestyle.
And they're
And
loving it and they're
bro,
living
we hear
it.
those conversations every day. These
Every
girls
day.
come up and they tell us all their problems, and we're just sitting
Every
here.
day.
We're not industry men.
Nah.
We're in the industry, but we're not
We
on
know-
that mindset.
we know how to play the game
Yes,
now.
we know how to play the game.
We know how to play the
That's
game.
all you're
learned the
doing.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
that's it.
literally just playing the game.
I'm making
that
you feel
that
good
you're
about
in.
yourself. Yep.
Yes.
I'm
And we're
trying to
hearing
have
these
you have a good
stories, and
time.
you're just sitting there like, dude, I know exactly what's going
can't
on, but I
believe-
can't tell you what's going on. I have to sit here and just.
But not only that, bro,
comfort
they're
you a little
blind
bit.
to it too,
It's
though.
so-
They
it's
just think
crazy.
like, yeah, you know, I went on this, you know, it's whatever. I'm like, do you want substance in your life?
Yeah,
ever?
like what do you want?
Yeah, like
what do you want?
What's your
Money.
5-year plan?
Yeah.
And
Money.
it's sad asking a bunch of these girls that, like, not to single anybody out, but
Yeah,
I'll
what's your
ask like some of them, like, where do you see yourself? You know, just like really indulge on conversation, and they'll be like, I hate when people ask me that question.
Because
And
it
I'm
makes
like,
them think like, damn, I don't know.
Bro,
where,
you're
where I'm
fucking
going.
pushing 30, and you don't know what your 5-year plan is.
You're in the
wow.
industry still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'll be right here.
Yeah, like I'll be, you know, working at Marquee.
I only can think of tonight.
That's
That's literally like what they think
and
about.
it's crazy that people think like that.
It's insane.
It's like scary. Like there's women in
You
the
feel
world. that
you
think
feel
that.
scared for them too. You're
Yeah,
like,
I'm like-
oh shit.
But you can't help them.
Like this is gonna be your life.
If you can't,
I'd probably do it though.
There was one time we're at the lake and like there's this girl that literally is beyond saving me. She's like, I think I could save her. Like I think I could save her. I'm like, no, you couldn't.
Was that the trip I went on?
No, you weren't there.
No, damn, it's the one you
He's
were
on all
supposed
the
to.
boring ones.
I want to
Dude,
go on one of
yeah.
these
He's on
all the
trips.
shitty
No, you
ones.
don't.
Get me on
Oh,
one
yeah.
of these trips.
Whenever you
actually-
go, it's a fucking dud.
Nah,
But
we're,
whenever
nah,
he,
we're gonna plan
whenever
one
he
soon
doesn't
in a
go,
couple
it's the
months.
most fun. I'm telling you.
Dude.
Whenever he doesn't go, we have the greatest time.
Andrew.
Take me on one of those.
Okay.
Nah, in a couple months we're planning.
Don't
a
We're
invite
doing a lake
Andrew,
trip for
just
sure.
invite me.
We're doing a lake trip for sure.
I get
both you guys-
hustled, man.
No, it's a great time. But yeah, there's this girl, and I mean, she's one of our friends, but
She's cool.
she's just, I feel like it's an identity crisis, if you will. You know, like she just doesn't know exactly who she is yet. She's trying to find it.
Who would she be without this thing?
Nothing.
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 And
This
nothing.
is her
and
identity.
she like cannot fathom.
And
that.
she's like, if I have this, I have nothing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, I can save her. Bro, even now, I'm convinced, like, bro, I promise you, I can save that
You
girl.
can ask her the
If
right
there's
questions.
anybody that can
Oh,
save her, it's
Start to,
probably
like,
you. But
all you need to do,
100%.
it's like how I see it's like an old clock.
Right.
You just have to like fucking put in a starter match somewhere and just
100%.
start the wheels to turn, and then eventually
Oil
they'll
a little
come-
something up.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They're-
you're going to figure it
It'll
out.
eventually start working.
Exactly.
But
And I'm convinced of that.
I know it's
It's
so
like, do I want
bad.
to do that? Probably
You want
not.
to talk
Probably
like,
not.
hey, listen, like you
No,
really
but
should
you
start
want
putting
to.
away
Dude,
your retirement.
and I do that.
You know
I
what I
feel like
mean?
that's why, like, even now, her and I still talk, but I think that's why she enjoys having conversation with me, because I'm not
she's
a
not
person.
used to that.
I'm not a person that
Not
just
used to that.
dismisses people. Like, bro, if you're talking to me, I can talk to you for 3-4 hours. And
Whatever
not
you wanna
dismiss
talk
it.
about.
Yeah, 100%. I'm like, maybe you should do this, you know? Even though everybody else is like, bro, you're dumb as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
stop. So
Get naked.
it's fucking, and it's crazy, bro. And then they meet guys like, should we go there? I mean, they meet guys like good, genuine fucking people, bro, that care about them, like that want to see them thrive and succeed, and they get hooked to it.
Yeah.
You know, respectfully, not that we're gonna scumbag them out or anything, but They're
They're
like
just
that.
so used to be treated a certain way that when they get treated well, they're like, no, this is too
It
good to be
doesn't
true.
make sense.
No, he can't be a good guy.
Why are you so kind to
It's
me?
like,
When
no,
every guy I meet just
I'm
wants
trying to
fuck
treat
you.
you well.
So wait, you don't only care about sex right now?
Literally,
that's
you don't
that's
only-
not
And
your
then they
only
hold it against
objective
you, and you're
here?
like,
Bro, what?
where is this coming from?
Literally, I'm like, I like you. I don't want to fuck you right now. Is that okay?
Have you guys ever dated anyone in this? Have you I know Bo's dated.
This is the first time I've genuinely dated somebody
who's in the
industry.
same
Yeah.
business
Genuinely.
as you.
Well, just for everything, industry.
Wait,
Yeah,
how do we
ever.
view dating before I answer that question?
Exclusive.
Like, is that like you?
Yeah, like Bo. Have you ever bowed
Oh,
somebody?
no. I've only been in technically like 1 or 2 relationships.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I view dating as like, I'm seeing you, we're hanging out. Like,
We're hanging
we might get
out,
a little
we're having
intimate.
sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
We're not
I see-
exclusive.
no,
if we're
no, no,
exclusive,
no,
then I'm
yeah.
dating you, right?
Yeah, okay.
I'm not fucking with other people. We are dating. But like
Right.
right now, we'll go get some dinner and shit and kiss a little bit, hold hands. But so seeing, I've seen a few.
that
yeah.
sounds so fun.
Okay.
I feel like dating and relationship is different.
It's a good time.
I feel like what he described is like dating, and then when you like care about them, and it's like just that person.
Relationship.
Now you're in a relationship.
I love that you said that,
Yeah.
bro, because I talked to so many women about this. I'm like, I'm in the dating phase of my life, right? And they think that
Yeah.
I'm just with hella women, just entertaining a lot of them. And I'm like, no, like, I'm gonna take you to a movie, right? But I might also take another one to a movie. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. It's not that I'm out here being.
No,
I'm
I
not.
don't- yeah,
I'm not
100%.
out,
I
like,
don't have this plan. It's not
Yeah,
gonna happen
no.
later
Yeah.
today.
in the best case scenario, I'm running with that.
but let's just
Yeah.
say there's a week from now when
Right.
something presents itself. Maybe I do it.
I'm not shutting it down.
Because your movie date was so tragic.
Yeah,
I hated the way you viewed that movie.
exactly.
I thought it was the best movie in the world.
And I might see somebody else
Trash.
might like the movie
Yep.
better.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, I'm at a phase where I'm actively dating. So like, if there's a cool girl I meet tomorrow, I'm not gonna say no. Like, let's go fucking grab some dinner or something.
Not,
But I
it's
like
not-
you.
You're
It's-
not
it's
saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go
completely-
fuck you later."
Does
No,
it even
yeah.
mean you're gonna go have sex with her? Nothing
No,
like that.
yeah.
It's
I mean,
just
that's-
like I just want to talk to you and get to know you.
Yes.
And maybe
And maybe
whatever
we hit it off,
happens,
and I
yeah.
like you the most, and
then we go to a
run with
relationship.
that. Exactly.
Maybe.
But why am I like, especially me, like I know exactly what I'm looking for. Like I said before, why would I just close it off to one person and give them 6 months of my life, and then one person give them 6 months of my life? It's like,
That's
bro, I'm gonna be fucking 55 before I
good
find.
You can
You
give
know
6
what I mean?
people those
Like-
6 months.
Yeah. Yeah, literally,
Yeah.
right? But the
Sound-
wrong person might view that the wrong way.
You sound like a
We
wizard.
understand
to me.
it.
It's I'm just this is just my thought process. Like, bro, I'm
Yeah.
trying to, and I'm enjoying my life right now, bro. I wouldn't take
You're
back.
still young. You're
Bro,
still, you're still kind of new out of
exactly.
a relationship. That's okay.
I lived life backwards,
This-
bro.
this-
You and
this
I lived
Grandpa
life
Bo
ass
chiming
backwards.
in.
bro.
Father, dad.
It sounds so crazy, but it's like having it figured out. Like, because you're only 23,
Right,
and that is so young.
100%.
But
In
you
the grand
feel
scheme of
like
things.
you're 36.
Bro, I feel like
You
women
know,
look
but
at me
then you
like
feel
I'm
like you're
40.
16
yeah,
sometimes.
like you,
Yeah.
like
Holy
you
fuck.
internally, like, man, like fuck, I'm so old.
I need
right
to
now.
figure this
Yeah.
out
This
quick.
better be figured out by 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to
And then
figure
you're
this
like,
out.
dude, like 24. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
I'm
Like,
24. Like I'm about to be 24 now. Like, and I don't have it figured out,
but like it feels like I feel that every day,
dude. It's crazy.
and it's like I wish I could really just indulge being so young
right.
and
Going
like,
back to
getting out
relive
of my
that.
own way of being
Yes.
23.
Yes.
That's the hardest part for me, I think. 'Cause it's like I want to be like 40 and have my entire life
Figured
perfect.
out. Right.
Perfect, but it's like
Yeah.
you watch me be 40 and it's the
still-
exact same fucking
But
show
I feel
I'm
like
playing
that's,
right
it's-
now.
that's a normal thing that we don't talk about because if you're 40 years old, you're going to tell everybody you have it together.
Yeah.
Or
If you're 40, you're not going to be
Yeah.
like, I really don't have this figured out. Even if you don't, you're going to make people believe, oh, no, I got
That you do.
my whole life figured out. And that's
Right.
unfair to like create that idea to people.
100%.
So I feel like it's more common that most people don't have it figured out.
and that's okay though.
And it's okay.
That is okay. I don't have shit figured
I
out.
don't have it either.
I'm going with the flow.
I'm older than you guys. I have not figured it out yet
but
either.
that's okay, bro.
Yeah.
That is okay. Well, I mean, when you're pushing 40, it's like, come on.
Yeah, no. I need to
You know
get
what I
it
mean?
figured out.
I can't
know
believe
that.
that's right around the corner.
For him.
I know
Yeah.
that.
Dude, I bought so many like birthday presents. It's fucking crazy.
Bro.
Can't even remember how many I've got.
Bro.
Cologne every year. It's cologne every year, which is great. I have a great collection now.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's how you know you're getting old.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's weird to realize. I mean, I feel like when I was like 15, 14, first getting in relationships, how I always thought like, bro, by 23, I'm gonna have my first kid, maybe
Yep.
2 kids by now, and be married, right? I was always like,
no.
bro, I promise you, like, you know, I would tell my mom and tell my siblings and shit, like, bro, by 23, I'm gonna have 2 kids, college graduate, you know,
Yeah.
house, maybe 2 houses, beach house.
You're gonna be a businessman.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a multi-millionaire.
At least.
You know. By
At
now.
least.
Yeah. 23. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be old as fuck by 23, right? And now I'm at 23. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, this shit does not.
Am I
happen.
a fucking loser? I mean, I'm doing well for myself, but
But then
I
you
always
still
told
have those
myself
thoughts.
like,
You're like, I'm not where I wanted to be.
and it's scary.
But I don't think
That-
you're ever going to be where you genuinely
100%.
Right.
That's
And
I
that's
don't think that's the
realizable.
real thing.
answer.
You have to
Right.
realize that you're never really going to be, because there's always going to be that next step that you want to shoot for.
I think about that
Always, bro.
all the time.
So you got to take that
Always.
step back and be like, you know what? I have it fucking really good. I need to be
Right.
grateful for where I'm at. And if I'm not where I want to be, that's still a great mindset to have, because you can still work towards things, but it's okay to be where you are sometimes.
Right.
And I got to fucking
That
put that in
picture
my
though
head.
that you
Yes.
just painted was like genuinely my life plan. It's like, okay, I'll be out of college and I'll be a businessman. Don't know what that means, but that's what I'm gonna be.
Right.
And that means like $250,000-$300,000 a year probably.
yeah.
That's
Something-
easy. No,
something
it's
super
middle,
light,
it's
just
middle
like
range.
something
I'm
light to live off
starting
of.
out.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm young in the
Yeah.
game, so I'm just 300,000 to start.
Yeah, not a
You
big
know,
deal.
like, then you go to college and you're like, okay, so how does this apply to the, like, what does this
Yeah,
set
how
me
do
up
I
for?
Yeah.
do this?
What's a savings
Literally.
account?
Like, what's so okay? I'm in English class right now, but how does this apply to the next thing? And
Right.
How does that next thing happen?
And then when I get the
you-
diploma, it's supposed to be it,
and
and,
then-
I'm 300,000.
Yeah, and then you look up job positions for your degree,
Oh my
12 an
gosh.
hour.
and you're like,
Must have 2 years experience.
wait a second.
Master's
Hold on.
degree in
That's
the
why I
field.
dropped out of college. I'm like,
No,
bro,
and that
I
was-
will never
I'm-
be. A
and you're in a great
salary man.
position.
And then you
Yes,
start
ever.
paying for things,
Right.
and you're like, wait a second. 30 grand a year is not going to cut.
How do I live?
This isn't
that's
going to do
fucking-
what I thought it was going to do.
Man.
Yeah, I was in my economics class, and I was doing sales, and I was making more than my teacher, and I was like, all right, I'm done, and I just left.
Right.
And I never went
What
back.
what could you teach me?
Literally, it was like, he
Yeah.
was like, yeah, like, you know, like, he was talking about our like career, and he was like, yeah, like, I make like 45 grand a year, and I'm like, I'm fucking 18. Like, what?
45
You know what I mean?
fucking
Like,
I
thousand.
don't want to
Like,
make 45
No,
grand
I'm
a
done.
year.
What the fuck?
Like,
Yeah.
Step it up, bozo.
You went to
Yeah.
school for 8 years
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm teaching you now to do the same thing, and I'm like, nope.
And they
No, you're
teach you
not.
that because they've done it, so they want you to do it too. It's like, no, this is a great. Which, if you want to be a teacher, like that's still a great life. You're fulfilling a lot of people's
100%.
lives.
100%.
But some people have a little higher aspirations. I don't want to make 40 grand a year. I can't live off that. I can't be happy.
But
with
it's like,
40 grand a year.
what self-fulfillment are you chasing? And that's what I realized at 18 years old being in college, right? I'm like, what exactly fills my cup as a human being? I like money.
So
So I need to find something that it's a happy medium
I
between
like
those
money
two
too,
things. Right.
but like I've realized, like I hung out with this this guy who owns like over $50 million worth of hotels, and like I was hanging out with him in Miami,
Oh, wow.
and he was taking us out doing all this crazy shit, but like this dude's life was empty. Like
Right.
That's how
It
you
was-
get a lot of time.
Right.
it was literally like a fucking glass that like it looks full, and then you get inside of it, and,
And
it's a
there's
fucking
nothing
deep
in there.
pit,
Yeah.
and you're just like, oh my god, this
This
is terrible.
It's terrible.
Horrible.
Like this guy sacrificed everything to get here.
Thinking that
He
this
lost
was
all
it.
his friends along the way.
All his friends, treats his wife and his family like shit, like all these terrible things. And like I was like just starting to like pick up in my career,
Right.
and I was like, it made me like I was like, oh, so I know for sure that money is not at all even close to like the actual goal.
No.
It was like having just enough, not even just enough. If you do more than enough, that's even better.
You don't want to
But, like,
lose yourself along the way.
You don't want to lose everything you actually care about
Yeah.
Right.
for the thing that you think's going to fill up that cup.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it was like just the best thing that could have ever happened to me.
That's
'Cause I was
so
like,
awesome.
I was totally like not seeing my friends for 4 months because I was just working,
Just wanted to be a shark.
like just being exactly, just going so hard. And I was like, oh, well, if I lose all my relationships and I get to the top,
What do I have?
What do I
what
have?
was it
And
for?
who do you
substance
share
is
that
there?
with? Because that's what they
That's-
run into the problem. They have all this money,
Exactly.
and then the people that are in their lives are there because of the money, not because they
Literally-
enjoy
Isn't
being
that
around them.
crazy?
literally just completely
Yes.
like shallow, empty faces all around.
So then it's like now you have no genuine connection, nobody to talk to. You have all this money to spend, no woman to spend that with, no like friends to spend that on.
That actually
Exactly.
care about
Yeah,
your
that
success,
actually
though,
care about
on a
you at all.
level
That,
like that, right?
or don't care.
Yeah.
And they just want to be there
just-
with you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was the biggest part.
exactly.
You could share with me.
It's
he
funny.
needs it. He needs it right
I'll
now.
take
Actually, you don't need it,
40%.
but you're already getting plenty right now. Your
take
girl's taking
40%.
care of you.
Take 40%.
Just in
No.
conclusion of that, I feel like Mac Miller said a verse. He said, "Do you want it all if it's all mediocre?"
Do you want it?
Just in a perspective, like he was at such a place. I feel like that he was like he had everything. He's like, "Is this it?"
He's like,
And he was describing it all as, "Do you want it all?" Right? Like we all want it all, right? But then he's letting you know, like, what if it's all mediocre?
What if it's not?
Do
what
you still want it
imagine
all
to
if
be?
it's all mediocre?
Yeah.
I think
And I don't think I do.
I think J. Cole's on that same grind
Right.
of like basically
100%.
just like telling people the truth about like, yo, like
This
this shit
isn't
is
it.
not gonna be what you think it is.
No,
You're
never.
gonna get here. If you get here, it's not at all tight.
Exactly. You appreciate that little guy more than you appreciate the big guy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For sure.
Should we wrap this up right here?
Yeah, that's not too bad.
This was a great conversation.
Yeah,
I'm glad
bro.
you came
I had a
on.
lot
I'm
of
glad
fun.
that we
Had a lot
figured
of
this
fun.
out.
I appreciate
Lot
having
of
me
fun.
on
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
that
We
was
got
a
to
lot
do a
of fun.
part 2, man. I
We're
got a
having-
lot more
we
shit
did
I want to
part
talk.
two, part three,
We're having
part four.
weekly
Yeah,
No,
man.
we
gotta
should just throw
fucking-
this in.
I'm
whatever.
down with that.
Yeah,
Dude,
I had a
got
lot of
that.
fun.
A
Yeah, I
lot
had a
more
lot of
shit I
fun
want to
too.
talk about that we can get into.
It's so much better having like another young guy around instead of like, you
Just
know.
someone who gets
fucking old.
Somebody that gets you guys. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it
having to walk
sucks.
them
Like,
through
Fucking shit
the new verbiage and
yes.
stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, Bo, this was lit.
Hey, bro, I appreciate that. Yeah, this is fire, bro. This is fire.
He's getting it.
fucking old man.
He's learning
dude.
along the way.
Oh man, a lot of fun, fellas. A lot of fun. Gotta do this
Man.
again.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
It was a
This-
pleasure.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
real good. I appreciate
Awesome.
it.
Hopefully, we just every Tuesday, every week, we'll get one out. Hopefully,
Yeah.
we throw Meech more
Hopefully.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we have Meech on soon.
Let me
Mhm.
know
And
if
we'll
you
do
guys
another
want
one.
to hear more, and we can definitely spark something.
We'll
Oh
see.
no, of course.
Yeah,
come on
just
now.
you know, email my guys and we'll see.
Yeah,
what
give
the-
it- give it my-
yeah,
What's
yeah,
your
yeah.
availability?
Yeah,
It's all
yeah.
about that.
We're
It'll
big
be
time
good
now.
here.
So.
See what it's about.
Yeah, you guys are huge on TikTok. So
Yes, exactly.
nah, you guys would do.